My name is Samantha Meows. My dad calls me Samantha. Yeah. And today we are going back to Cinderella Phenomenon. I'm going to open up the game right now. I haven't opened it up yet. Ding 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 goes a little triangle in the intro. Yes, it does. I like the little ding ding ding. I don't put any like music or anything because I like the little ding ding ding. I'm like the little ding 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 is cute, and I don't want it to be overshadowed by anything else. The ding 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 is the center of attention, as it deserves to be. Anyway, so I started playing this game last stream, and if you missed it, if you need me to tell you everything that has happened up to this point, I'm sorry, but I don't know if I can. There's a lot. But something that I do want to say before we start, before we load my save and everything, I want to say that I've been thinking about it, and my thoughts so far are, first of all, I am 100% positive that the main character's mother is the most powerful witch, is like the controller of the crystal who got defeated. I'm positive. I'm sure of that at this point. They haven't said it. They haven't outright said it yet, but I am sure. I could not be more sure of that. I'm 100% positive at this point. And because of that, I'm wondering if, in any route, the main character is going to become her mother's successor and be the most powerful witch who controls the crystal or whatever. And I'm not sure if a witch is something that you're born as or something that you become. I don't know if it's like a species or if it's like an occupation. I don't know. They don't make that clear. Is a witch like just a human who can... No. Surely witches aren't humans, right? But if... Okay, so if main character girl's mom is a witch and her dad is a human, does that mean that she's half witch, half human? I don't know. I don't understand. Okay, nothing makes sense to me. But I have a feeling that it's been implied that she could take over her mom's place. So I think that's something that could happen in one of the routes or like a bad ending or whatever. Things that I'm not sure about are, I'm not sure about Karma. Karma is the character who I'm most interested about right now. I want to know what their curse is. I want to know what their deal is. And I didn't even talk about this, but I want to know what the deal with the toy store is. Because they keep, like, they're up to some shady stuff, right? Because they're, like, going to the toy store. They're, like, every single day. And they're buying who knows what there. And apparently they're working together with Boy to do whatever it is that they're doing. I have no clue what they're doing at the toy store. I have no clue, like, what they go out and do. I don't know. I don't know what's going on with Karma. I'm very interested in Karma. Other character that I'm very interested in is the Knight. I want to know what his deal is, because he's the only one so far who we don't know for sure is cursed. Like, maybe he'll get cursed later, or maybe he never gets cursed. I don't know, but I'm curious what his deal is. Surely all the main characters, like all of the romanceable characters, have curses, right? Surely he's gonna get cursed, right? We play as an MC who is a princess, and she is so mean and evil that she's literally cursed to be poor. Yeah, exactly. I'm genuinely intrigued by Fritz. I'm still not caught up on the names. I'm still lost on the names. So is Fritz Boy? The Knight. Okay, Fritz is the Knight. Got it. Okay, yeah, Fritz the Knight. Yeah, I want to know what his deal is. I want to know what his thing is, because I feel like we haven't really gotten a lot of content with him. Because he's not one of the people who are cursed. Okay, Boy is Waltz. Okay, thank you. I don't know if he's gonna get cursed later, or if he's never gonna get cursed. I don't know what his thing is. So Karma and Fritz are the ones that I am like, what is your deal? What is going on with you? So yeah, our girl is a princess who has been cursed by a witch to make her poor now. And, so, like, no one remembers that she's the princess. By the way, did you guys like my thumbnail? I like my thumbnail. So no one remembers that she's the princess, And we live in a world where there's fairies and witches, and there was a great war with witches and fairies were working together to control the balance of the universe, because they each controlled crystals that represented like good and evil or whatever. And then some guy wrote a book of fairy tales which made it seem like witches were bad, so then humans started hunting the witches, and there was a witch genocide, so the witches fought back and cursed all the humans, and then the witches and fairies started fighting, and then the witch queen or whatever was taken down, and I'm 99% sure that's my mom. And my mom was all like, hey, you gotta stay in your room for 4 years. So then I never went outside and never touched grass. And then when I did, I met someone who... I met a whole bunch of people. I'm going to name this child Rod. We do not care about Rumpel in this household, and we especially don't care about Rod. Yeah, you know, it's really funny. It's really, really funny to me that there is a character whose whole thing is that they have amnesia. They don't know who they are. We don't know who they are. We know nothing about them. And yet, that is the character who I have not talked about being interested in or wanting to know the backstory of. The character who has amnesia and doesn't know who they are, and we also don't know who they are. I don't care. I don't care who they are. I wouldn't know, I wouldn't, like, I think karma's the most interesting to me, because, like, the most interesting part of this story is the curses themselves. So I'm interested in what everyone's curse is, how it relates to them as a character, stuff like that. So I'm interested in Karma's curse, because I want to know what the heck it is. He's so Birdly vibes that we automatically don't care. Yeah, I mean, I love Birdly, but, like, I don't see Birdly as, like, I don't know. I'm like, Birdly's just a silly little guy. I can't bring myself to care that much. You know what I mean? Like, Birdly's just a silly guy. Rumpel's just a silly little guy. I'm like, I don't care about your amnesia. No, I love Birdly, but he's just a silly guy. You know what I mean? He's a silly man. I had a persona. I was a bird. Oh, man. Was I gonna say something else? What else was I gonna say? I don't remember if I was gonna say anything else. I don't think I was gonna say anything else. Yep, I don't think I was going to. Alright, continue. Continue. Alright, Common Route, Chapter 2. We just started Chapter 2. I don't see why this is necessary. Oh yeah, so more context is, my girl is working at this place with all these other people who are cursed. What was I think I was gonna say something about the curses or the witches or... I don't know. I'm confused. I have no clue where this story is going to go. And I'm excited about that. I don't know what direction this is going to take. I'm simultaneously predicting everything and predicting nothing. It's really fun. Okay, anyway, I don't see why this is necessary. Of course this is necessary, princess. You work to show you can be useful. For the last half hour, Parfait and Delora have been debating what chores they want to give me. I cannot believe they are seriously going to make me work like a commoner. I'm not a commoner. Oh my god, don't they know that I'm the princess? Oh my god. No freeloaders at the Marchen, remember, and you can't pull the princess card anymore now that you're a homeless peasant. We're homeless orphans. Being demoted to a homeless peasant is not my fault. It literally is. No, it literally is. This girl still doesn't understand what's going on, does she? This girl still doesn't understand that her being cursed is the consequences of her own actions. If you really think about it, it was kind of me to demote you. Stop teasing her, Delora. Samantha has had a lot thrown at her already. Okay, my opinion is that people have not been hard enough on this girl. People have been too nice to Samantha, okay? Like, every time that a character like Delora or Rod or someone comes in and just says the truth, is just blunt. Some other characters like, oh, be nice. She doesn't deserve that. She's been going through a lot. No, she deserves that. She deserves that. Be straight with her. Like, tell her the truth. Like, if she is being a jerk and being awful and rude, just say that to her. Like, like, stop sugarcoating it for her. Especially since if you sugarcoat things for this girl, it's not gonna get through her dense little head. Because, like, this entire time, Delora has been all like, wow, Samantha, you're a jerk, you need to do good deeds to show that you're not a jerk, blah, blah, blah. And Samantha's still like, oh my god, I didn't do anything to deserve this. Why is this happening to me? Like, okay, yeah, no. Like, Delora should be treating her the way that she's treating her. Rod should be treating her worse. Parfai's being too nice. Everyone is too nice. Everyone is so nice to this girl, and she hates everyone. Ugh. I'm only speaking the truth. Exactly. Like, I'm so on Delora's side here. I don't know if we're supposed to be on Delora's side, but, like, I don't know. Maybe I, as the player, am supposed to be like, oh no, Delora's being a little harsh. Like, she's telling the truth, but she's saying it so harshly. No, Delora's right. Delora's literally right. Delora has not done a single wrong thing this entire time. Name one bad thing that Delora has done. Delora has done nothing wrong. She's literally not done a single thing wrong. If anything, I don't think she's been harsh enough on Samantha. I think Samantha should have gotten cursed before this. I think they took too long to curse her. Do you think that maybe, like, the reason why they took so long to curse her is because her mom was the most powerful witch? Like, the witches don't want to curse her because her mom is, like, their boss. But, like, now that it's been 4 years since her mom died, they're like, whatever. Basically, it's, we can disrespect the dead now. I'm not a jerk, mommy issues told me I'm strong and that birds and poor people are stupid. Yeah. I'm only speaking the truth. Besides, working to live is the commoner's way of life, but at least it's rewarding. But if you do nothing, you get nothing. No food, no clothes, no bed. Yeah, like, she's all like, oh, this is so unfair, but they're giving you a place to stay. You are homeless. You are no longer a princess, Samantha. Life here at the Marchant is comfortable, and you need to work for comfort. Remember that. And I don't know what they're about to give her to do as work, but so far, what little work they have given her has been really simple. Like, the only thing, to my recollection, to my memory, that we have seen her do is pick up a tray of food and take it upstairs. Radicalize her in the other direction, overthrow the monarchy. Part of me expects that to happen. I feel like anything could happen. I feel like that could totally happen. What you do is your choice, princess. Do I even have a choice? Not really, no. Why did you say that? Let's see. How about cooking duties? No way, she'd burn a salad. That's not funny. Why did I laugh? That's stupid. That reminds me of, there was this episode of My Little Pony where Sweetie Belle tried to make breakfast for Rarity, and she burned the toast, she, like, burned the eggs, she burned all the food, and she even burned the juice. Like, the juice was like a cup of ashes. She burned the juice. What? I don't get it. It's a stupid joke, but it's funny. She could be a receptionist? A receptionist at... Sorry, this is like a tavern, right? Why do you need a receptionist? Then we'd lose all of our customers. Yeah, I'm not very... This girl isn't very good at customer service, so... Like, she's not good at, like, talking to people, so... Actually, you know what? What is Samantha good at? What is Princess Samantha good at? Does she have anything that she does? Witch magic, maybe. That's probably true. I'm right here, you know. Sorry. Do you have any useful skills at all? I feel like Delora and I are on the same wavelength. Delora and I are like the same person. Delora is like a self-insert of me, you know? Like, if I was talking to Samantha, these are the things that I would say to her. Like, that's straight up what I just said. Like, does she have any skills? Yeah, skill issue, exactly. I want to know what her answer to this is. Like, probably she won't give an answer. She'll be like, what a rude thing to say to me. Don't you know I'm the princess? But like, no, like, does she have any skills? What? Okay. Big question here. What are Princess Samanthnia's redeeming qualities? What redeeming quality have we seen of hers this entire playthrough? Because I don't think we've seen a single one. I don't think we've seen a single thing where it's like, oh, well, at least she's got that going for her, you know? Like, there's no one she's nice to. There's nothing that she's good at doing except complaining and being mean. Like, what? Okay, I gotta learn more about Princess Samanthnia. I gotta see if she has any skills or anything likable about her. As a princess, I had servants who did everything for me. Yeah, I expected that. I expected that. They cleaned my room, helped me dress. How am I expected to possess skills for things I have never done? Yeah, good question. Aha. I have found the perfect job for our Cinderella. You really can't call her Cinderella. She has nothing in common with Cinderella. Oh my gosh, that scared me. Ta-da! Samanthnia will be in charge of sweeping the march-in floors. I'm gonna be honest. I don't even think I trust her to do that. I trust Samanthnia with so little. I literally don't trust her with sweeping the floors. She's gonna mess it up somehow. She's gonna do something. Somehow she's gonna do something wrong. Like, I bet she's never swept before. And she's gonna complain about it. She's gonna non-stop complain about it. And then when she finally does it, she's gonna do something stupid somehow. Someone show her how to do it for real. Someone's going to have to. What? Perfect. Even she should be able to do that. I don't think so. I really don't think so. Could you, princess? No. I refuse. See? Look at her. Look at her. I feel like it would take her... I feel like trying to get her to do anything would take hours. Just hours and hours of trying to beg her to do anything. Oh my god. But look, I even put a cute little ribbon on the broom just for you. I saw it has a ribbon on it. It's your very own special broom. A princess does not clean. Samanthnia, you aren't a princess anymore. This is gonna be the entire, rest of the game, isn't it? Where she's like, I can't do that because I'm a princess. And everyone's like, you're not a princess anymore. Hard-headed as ever. Don't worry, I have a fix for this. Suddenly, the broom flies into my hands. I am pulled helplessly along as the thing begins to sweep the floors. This is the best game ever. This is so dumb. What? That solved nothing. Now the broom is sweeping for her, and she's just attached to it. I try to pull my hands away, but they may as well be glued to the broom. They do not budge. I love this game so much. What have you done? You should be thanking me. I'm helping you with your duties. Dolores, so mean to her, and it's so deserved. Oh my god. Yeah, what other choice does she have? Like, how can you not be mean to this bad Cinderella, you know? Dolores, isn't this a little too much? No. What is your solution, Parfait? What do you suggest? Like, cause all that you can do is go, hey, Samanthnia, you need to sweep, and she'll go, no, I don't want to. I don't want to. Like, that's all it's gonna be. You gotta force her, you know? Oh, nonsense. The princess is learning useful new skills. Mr. Broom will teach her everything she needs to know. What the hell is happening? If the floor is dirty, Mr. Broom will come to life and start sweeping, and it will not stop until the floors are spotless. What? Come on, Parfait. We've got time for a cup of tea. But she'll be fine. A little sweeping never killed anyone. I hope it kills her. You are dreadful. This is great, man. Enjoy your time with Mr. Broom. Wait, do they really just leave? Look at how it moves. Look at how it wiggles. Hey, slow down. The broom begins to sweep faster. Okay, yeah, I hope it kills her. Despite my protests, I am still forced like a puppet to sweep the floors with grudging tenacity. Hey, it worked. What? Do you... Do I still have that? I don't think I can do that anymore. Hold on. No, I don't think I have that like toggle anymore. Broom love interest. Why is it replace Rod with the broom? How do you unlock the broom ending? I can barely catch my breath after that. What? For a half a second, for a split second, I thought that the broom turned into Karma. Like it was me the whole time. Princess, Parfait sent me to check. How lovely. It's so clean I can see my reflection on the floorboards. I'm impressed. Do not even think about stepping into this room with your dirty shoes. Goodness, I didn't know princesses could be such terrifying creatures. You are aware that the Marchen is opening soon, yes? The floor isn't going to stay clean forever. Then do not open the Marchen. I do sympathize with you, Princess. It's difficult adjusting to the commoner's life. Hey, by the way, if you guys hear a very loud noise in the background, that is my dad snoring. He's sleeping in here. The cross-dressing is a personal choice. My curse makes me a broom. I was thinking about, like, all of the possibilities that could be going on with Karma's curse, and I was thinking it would be really, really, really funny if the cross-dressing was a choice and the curse was something completely different. But I don't think that's going to be the case. I don't think that's going to be the case at all, because they said something earlier about, like, oh, why do you do this? Is it because of your curse? And then it was heavily implied that yes, it was. So, but I think that'd be really, really great, and I would love that if it was just if this is just a gender fluid person who got cursed. What would you know about that? More than you think. What? Oh, did I let that slip? That was my mistake. Okay, like, but the curse thing with Karma, like, confuses me so much, because clearly Karma willingly dresses like this and willingly puts on makeup, right? Clearly Karma willingly presents themselves in this way. But they also insist that they're a man, and I think that... Yeah, okay, the other characters have referred to them with he, him pronouns, so I think Karma uses he, him pronouns. So, Karma is all like, yeah, I'm a... Can't be true, there would be more... This is... I don't know. I'm confused. I'm confused because, like, so Boy was like, oh yeah, Karma is a man, he's a guy. So then why does Karma do this? And he like, he doesn't like being... Yeah, like, Boy said that, like, Karma doesn't like when, like, guys flirt with him and stuff, and so it's what? So why? Girl, you'll probably find out if you play the game. Okay, fine. I'm gonna keep playing. Fine. I just wanna explain why I'm confused. Okay, I'm just really confused. I'm so confused. Oh, did I let that slip? That was my mistake. Karma just smiles at me, his eyes gleaming with playful mischief. Okay, his. Sorry, I'm just still confused. I'm so confused. Because, like, why? Why? He's definitely hiding something. Wait. I sympathize with you, Princess. It's difficult adjusting to the commoner's life. What would you know about that more than you think? So, Karma is not a commoner. Was Karma a prince or a princess? I mean, because Beauty and the Beast was about a prince being cursed. Huh? So I'm guessing that Karma used to be royalty? No, that can't be it. That can't be it because then... No, okay, Karma can't have been... No, maybe they could have. I was going to say that if Karma had been royalty, then we would have known them. Naveen from Princess and the Frog? How? I don't know how you see that, honestly. But so Karma can't be a prince or a princess because we would know them because we're a princess. But then again, we've also been locked in our castle for 4 years. So if Karma is a prince or a princess of a different kingdom, then it's highly possible that we wouldn't know them. Yeah, I don't know what's going on with Karma. But that conversation there, that heavily implied that they used to not be a commoner, and then they did become a commoner. So there's something going on there. He's definitely hiding something. My hands are red and sore from all of the sweeping I've done today. I think that the broom was the one doing the sweeping. I remember the salve Anise offered me when I first woke up in my room. Surely that will help somewhat. I apply it to my hands and find to my surprise that it is very effective. Most of the redness quickly fades along with the pain. It's magic. It's gotta be magic, right? It's probably magical. Is this what my life will be like? Actually, no, probably not, because Anise isn't a fairy or anything. Is this what my life will be like if I do not break the curse? Forced to work day in and day out? Things have been so easy for you, all things considered. Okay, grand total of all the things that she has had to do. 1, take a tray upstairs. And 2, sweep when actually the broom was moving itself and all she had to do was hold on to the broom. This girl is so funny. Because, like, if I was Parfait or what's her name, I would make her do way worse labor than this. I'd have her be, like, cleaning the floors with a toothbrush like they make you do in the military or whatever. Dude, like, this girl has it so easy. And, like, she's all like, is this what my life will be like if I do not break the curse? She acts like breaking the curse is so hard, when really all she needs to do is 3 nice things for people. Her curse is so easy to break. And her life is so easy. It is so funny, man. It is so funny. Because, like, the other characters, we haven't learned how they're supposed to break their curses, except for Rumple, because Rumple has to find 3 memories. That sounds way harder than doing 3 good deeds. Because it, like, if I was Samanthnia, which I am, but I'm not Princess Samanthnia, you know what I mean, then I would be like, okay, 3 good deeds, that's easy, just do 3 nice things for people. But if I was Rumple, I'd be like, 3 memories, where do you start with that? Like, what, do you, like, talk to people who might have known you before you lost your memories? I don't know. What does that mean? How do I find that? But anyway, like, this girl is just so funny because things are so easy for her, and she acts like things are so hard for her. She makes things hard for herself, then complains about it and blames it on everyone else. It's really funny. Obviously, I'd hate her if she was a real person, but as a character, she's just fun. This is fun. I cannot let things stay as they are. Then just do 3 nice things. Are they his memories or someone else's memories? I literally don't know. Yeah, that's so vague. It's so vague. 3 good deeds, that's not a vague thing. Like, that's like, oh, okay, like, there's a lot of things that you could do. I know what a good deed is. But 3 memories, that's so vague. He doesn't get any more information than that. I feel really bad for him. I must act. I lay down to rest. Hold on. That's so me. I must act. Like, I cannot let things stay as they are. I must act. I lay down to rest. She's like, I need to do something. I need to fix this now. Goes bed. Go sleepy mode. Tiredness falls upon me like a heavy, suffocating blanket. I close my eyes and feel myself shift. Whoa! It's like 999 into the darkness of sleep. Despite having slept for hours, I am still tired when I wake. So true, bestie. I glance back at my hands and remember the salve's effectiveness. Whatever Anise gave me really works. I should ask her to make me more. I feel like this is not the last time I will need it. I must act quickly. The sooner I break the curse, the better. The people who offered me to help me are all here. Oh! I get to choose someone! I get to choose someone now, right? So, we all know who I'm choosing, obviously. Oh! Okay, so... I'm trying to think. So, obviously I know who I'm gonna choose, but I'm curious what happens after you unlock the other characters' routes. I'm curious what happens then. Like, do their names show up here also? Or, yeah, what happens when you unlock the other routes? That's something I'm curious about. But anyway, I'm choosing Caramel. Caramel. Yeah, I'm choosing Caramel. I find Karma sitting quietly at the bar. I thought he was the picture of elegance when I saw him at the toy shop, but he's really just conceited. No! I chose him because I like him. Stop being mean to him. Stop being mean. I walk over to where he is. Oh, Princess Samantha, you look stunning as always in your work clothing. It's the same clothing I wear every single day. He must be mocking me, but it does not matter. I'm here because I want you to teach me about goodness. Conceited pot kettle. Yeah, exactly. I feel like maybe Karma might not be the best person to teach about goodness, but I didn't think about this logically. I thought about this as this is my favorite character. But I'm sure that Karma knows a lot more about goodness than Samantha does. Anyone would. Not even a compliment in return? I'm rather offended. I love the sparkles. The little sparkle is so cute. And you know, I said earlier that I don't like how the characters' mouths look, but I do like how Karma's mouth looks because they made his lips really shiny. He's got shiny lips. Relax, princess. I'm just teasing you. I noticed. Now can you answer my question? Princess, you do so wound me. This is going nowhere. Maybe I should ask someone else. Princess, wait. You made the right decision in coming to me for help, I assure you. Okay, this face is cute. This little smile is cute. Karma's cute. I like Karma. I like Karma. The best people, princess, look beautiful. The way you look outside has to match what you have inside. How's that supposed to help me? Are you implying that I'm not beautiful? Yeah, you're ugly. Of course not. I only suggest that you smile. I only suggest that you smile more often. Smiling will not help me accomplish a good deed. She has a point. For once, I am on Samantha's side. I'm on Samantha's side with this. But, like, I think that her problem is that she's not nice to people. And being nice to people, I think that smiling at them could be a good start because she just walks around, like, scowling at people. She just walks around like, I hate you all. So, and smiling has nothing to do with beauty. Okay, I disagree with that. Samantha's back to being wrong. She's wrong about everything as usual. Oh dear, I'm afraid that's not true at all. People who are beautiful smile all the time. Like myself. Yeah, I like this genre of character, but I think there's a fine line between Preminger and Zen, you know what I mean? Like, I don't like Zen from Mystic Messenger. I do love other characters of this genre that are like Mettaton, you know? Like, I love me some Mettaton, I hate me some Zen. You guys understand the difference between Mettaton and Zen, right? There's a difference between Mettaton and Zen, and I think that's important. He's not helping at all. Don't give me that look, darling. A real smile lifts the heart and takes stress off the mind. And? Well, in order to do good, you must first change yourself. Make yourself more beautiful on the outside and the inside. I really don't know why I came to him for advice. But what did I expect from such a flamboyant man? Okay, this is what I'm saying. I love flamboyant men. That is exactly the type of character that I love. I love flamboyant men. I love Azul from Barbie as the Island Princess. He's as shallow as a puddle of water. You're so mean, Samantha. I stare in horror at the floor. Gravel and sand are embedded between the floorboards. The wood beneath my feet is covered in a thick muck. Oh! This game's stupid, I love it. Oh no.
Samantha, you need to sweep the floors with me. It's me, Baroom-chan. You gotta sweep the floors with me. It's time to sweep.
Stop. I never thought I'd see this. The princess is actually sweeping. I'd say it's more like the broom is sweeping and the princess is just along for the ride. Exactly, exactly. That's what I was trying to say earlier. Like, I don't think it counts as her sweeping, because I'm just holding on while the broom sweeps. Lady Parfait, your orders have arrived. Where should I put them? At the back, please. Thank you. I stare at Garland as he begins to move. You are dirtying the floor. Sorry. Garland dashes across the floor with long steps in an attempt to leave as few footprints as possible. This was Dolores doing, wasn't it? Is it obvious? This has witch having fun written all over it. I need water. Wow, completely spotless. You are the worst. Oh, she made the broom sad. She made the broom sad. The broom is crying. Don't be mad at the broom, princess. It is only trying to help. The broom is doing its job, princess. It is doing nothing but making my life miserable. Oh my gosh, Samantha, I hate you. I hate you, Samantha. I think it's... I really love, and like, I'm not saying this in a sarcastic way. I love that the game's taking its time with this. I love that she has not gone through a single ounce of character development so far. I love that, like, even though so many people have been nice to her, so many people have been trying to help her, she's, you know, starting to, like, live as a commoner and whatever, like, nothing has changed. She's still awful. Not even a little bit has changed. Lady Parfait, I must speak with you. I look up at the witch that has just entered. She's a regular at the Marchand, and according to Parfait and Delora, a good witch. She orders tea here from time to time. She has mud on her shoes. Why is she glaring at me like that? I believe it's because of your shoes, dear. I have just cleaned the floor. Oh, I'm sorry. I will clean up after myself right away. Good. The princess is something else. I've never seen a witch so frightened of someone before. Yeah. The witch hurriedly cleans up the tracks she'd made coming in before going to speak with Parfait. Even though Parfait says that Delora and this witch is good, I do not trust her judgment. What? Why? Because Delora cursed you? Probably. Especially not when she considers Delora, who ruined my life, a good person. Okay, yeah, she just hates Delora because she cursed her. I put the broom back in its resting place before double-checking my work. Now that I'm done, I can continue to work on breaking my curse. You started on it? You've done nothing. Oh! Okay. So... yeah, I just have to repeatedly choose Karma to get on his route, right? Just repeatedly choose him, and that's all that I have to do? Okay. I find Karma sitting at one of the tables looking out a window. You're being quiet today? What a rare sight. Oh, princess. Why would you be so surprised to see me? Because it is an honor every time you visit me. Have you come for my advice? I want you to tell me how to do a good deed. My, so straightforward. What is he talking about? It's really simple. You just do something without strings attached. No strings attached? Yes, you do something for someone without asking them to pay you back. It is hard to wrap my head around doing such a thing. Why would I do something without needing to? She sucks so bad. Why is she even asking for him for advice? Because his advice before was to smile, and she hasn't done that. She's just asking for advice that she's not taking. Have you done such a thing for someone before? No? Of course I have, princess. Why did you pause? Why did you pause? She's so cringe, she's such a loser. Yeah, she's such a cringe fail loser. That was a long pause. Yeah, exactly. It was only a thoughtful one. Right. Is that all? I believe so. That tidbit of wisdom ought to serve you well. A month has passed. A month has passed. That was a huge time skip. That was really sudden. A month has passed, and I have yet to complete even one good deed. How is she so bad at everything? She makes me feel better about myself. She makes me feel a lot better about myself. I've been asking around for advice on how to be a good person and received various answers. Have you taken any of the advice? What makes someone good? I'd say being selfless. I think it's important that you consider another person's feelings. Patience. The ability to soothe even the most broken of hearts. Forget I asked. Bravery. Loyalty. You must be beautiful both on the inside and out. Right. Must I be all of those things in order to be good? Be at least one of them, girl. You're none of them. These people are all stupid, WTF. Yeah. According to Parfait, I cannot just pretend. It has to come from my heart. I place my hand on my chest and consider the steady pulse of my heartbeat. That will not be easy. I close my eyes, thinking of all the possible ways I might be able to break my curse, but in the end, my mind is blank. Oh my god, just... Is no one able to just give her, like, a straightforward answer of, like, something good that she could do? Like, because they're all, like, giving her vague answers, like, being good means this. And she's not able to come up with a single thing that she could do. I don't know what the rules of the curse are. I don't know if there are limitations to how much someone can help you. But are people allowed to just come up to her and be like, hey, help that old woman cross the street or something? Like... Yeah, I need to give the vaguest, most one-word adjective answer. That is so unhelpful. Earlier, she asked, like, has anyone here broken their curses? And it was like, oh, a few. No wonder, because these people are so bad at helping each other. The Good Place did it better. It did! Sheedy, where are you? Yeah, this is like the good... This is a lot like The Good Place. This is like The Good Place, but much worse. I mean, don't get me wrong, though, this game is great, but it's trying to do what The Good Place did, but way, way worse. Welcome home, Jonathan. Mother, what am I supposed to do? Imagine if her ghost appears. Imagine if her ghost shows up. A dream? Oh, her mom is in a dream. Your personal feelings are nothing but a weakness for others to exploit. That is why you do not show them. You only show them that you are strong. Yes, Mother. You must not let false kindness deceive you. People will use niceties to trick you into exploiting your weak emotions. But you can trust me, Samantha. I will never hurt you. I will never lie to you. I am all you need. I love you, Samantha. I love you too, Mother. You thought they were playing the Azrael theme? It really sounds like it. It really sounds like it. How are those lessons of yours going? I hope you're not giving anyone a difficult time. I am the only one having a difficult time. Can someone... Oh my god. Someone... Samantha needs Cheaty's help. She really needs Cheaty's help. Have you tried pairing up with someone like Cheaty? Pairing up? Some of the people in the tavern pair up to assist each other. 2 heads are better than 1, as they say. Oh! I'm gonna get to pair up with Karma! I'm gonna get to pair up with Karma! It's not a bad idea, but the problem is with her. Yeah. Who's going to volunteer to pair up with the Ice Princess? She has a point. People may not glare at me anymore, but it does not escape me that I am still disliked. Yeah! No, literally, Delaney, she needs that purgatory goodness learning loop. She literally needs that. She'd probably be in there for forever, or at least over a month, but still, that's what she needs. That's exactly what she needs. Most of the boarders at the Marchand volunteered to help her, remember? And I haven't heard any of them retract their offers. It's only a matter of time before my hedgehog stew. Stop it, Delora. It's your choice, Princess. Pairing up is only a suggestion. Would pairing up with someone really help me break my curse? Yes! Pair up with Karma. The way that it's phrased, though, as, should I pair up with someone rather than who should I pair up with, makes me think that there's an option to not pair up with someone, which leads to a bad ending. What if they end up being an annoyance instead? Princess? Excuse me, Princess? I'm sorry for disturbing you, but you've just been staring at your tray, and the customer's waiting for his order. Of course. Delora has me helping a niece today. The merchant is unexpectedly busy, and they cannot keep up with all the customers. Stop daydreaming, Samantha. Food doesn't deliver itself. I do not need you to tell me that. I stretch out on my bed. The stiff mattress does little to soothe my aching muscles. I was on my feet the entire day, struggling to keep up with the steady stream of people that came into the margin. I've never seen the margin this busy. I roll into my stomach and bury my face into my pillow. My arms and legs protest the movement. I refuse to live this type of life much longer. This is going to be an endless loop of every single day. She says, I cannot go on like this any longer. I must stop this. And then she still can't come up with anything. This is going to go on forever. This is going to be every single day. I need to break this curse as soon as possible. She says this every single night. Next day, does nothing to break the curse. Why don't you pair up with someone? Thank you for giving us this flashback to something that happened 5 seconds ago. Useless. Pairing up might not be such a bad idea. Whoa, we're in the sky. Oh! Oh! Okay, I assumed this was gonna be, it puts you on a route depending on which answers you choose, but no, you just straight up tell the game what route you want. You just straight up tell the game. I mean, that's fine. That's fine, I'm not complaining. I'm getting karma. Chapter 3, Secret Practices. Oh, we're on Chapter 3 already! Alright. We're doing Chapter 3. I decided to go search for karma as soon as I am done with Mr. Broom. Or as soon as it is done with me. He should be sitting at the bar or at a table. I find him at the usual table talking to Waltz, who has his hands on a box. Why, if it isn't the princess. Lovely morning, isn't it? It is the same as any other. Nonsense. Every morning brings new opportunities, right, Waltz? I guess so. Every day there's another chance for a good deed, princess. You still have hope? You still think she can do it? Right. No clever comments today, princess? I do so enjoy them. Maybe coming to karma was a bad idea. I would love to stay and offer advice, but Waltz and I better be off. We do have work to do. Okay, please tell me what work they do. What are they doing? What are these two doing? Hey, by the way, I have a joke to make. I don't know if I should say it or not, though. Like, I don't know if it's, like, a step too far. I don't know if it's okay to make this joke. Because I was thinking about it. And you know how I said that, like, main character girl is right wing? And when it gave us that choice at the beginning that was, like, run left or run right, I chose left because I was like, she's already too far right. I was thinking about that, and you know how I realized that running left leads us to karma, and then running right leads us to Waltz? I was like, it makes sense, because if you go left, then you date a cross-dresser, but if you go right, then you date a child. You mean that you're going to put me to work? Work? Parfait asked us to pick up some provisions for the tavern. She asked us, but in the end it will be me carrying everything. You'd make a lady carry everything? Karma suddenly stops, then whirls to look at me with wide eyes. Oh, I cannot say that I like the glimmer in his eyes. How would you like to help, Princess Samantha? I'm sure this would count as one of your good deeds. Would it? Would it? I don't think it counts as a good deed if, you know, it would be a good deed if she, like, volunteered to do it, right? I'm pretty sure that's not how this works. Yeah, exactly. Oh, Waltz, you're no fun. He's using me. Helping karma carry things does not sound pleasant, but I'll go. Exclamation marks. Truly? Oh my. Waltz, it seems I will not be requiring your assistance today. Helping is generally good. Yeah, but like I don't think it'll count as a good deed unless she like volunteers to do it. Because if that counted as a good deed, then her sweeping would count as a good deed, you know? But she's being forced into doing stuff, so. Princess, are you sure? Perhaps this might be considered good. Besides, I'll finally get to leave this place for the first time since I've been here. Oh my gosh, this girl just loves to be locked up and never leave, doesn't she? I am sure. Okay, take good care of the princess, Karma. Of course. For the rest of the day, Karma takes me to different shops around the town, reading off a long list and giving me the coins to buy things. So, when he, like, went to the toy store and stuff, he's getting things for... Yeah, provisions for the tavern. What provisions for the tavern did he need at the toy store? I noticed that the townspeople treat me nicely when the two of us are together. I do not understand why everyone likes Miss Karma so much. I do, but maybe it is because they do not really know him. We stop in the middle of the town and sit us at a small cafe on the outskirts to take a break. Miss Karma is still the picture of elegance. Why do you dress like a... That's blunt. I mean, yeah, I was thinking it the whole time and I was asking it the whole time, but I didn't think that would come out of nowhere like that. Why do you dress like a woman? Exclamation marks. Darling, not so loud. Yeah, exactly, exactly. Why is this even a secret? Yeah, I want to know that too. It's related to my curse. I mentioned that before, didn't I? Okay, tell me now, tell me now, tell me now. What was your curse again? Karma was one of the only people at the tavern who did not share what his curse was. Yeah, tell me, please tell me. Is knowing my... Yes! Yes, it is. It is literally important. It is literally very important. You know what my curse is, so tell me what yours is. You dragged me around town to help carry your things. Yeah, exactly. But Princess, those weren't even my things. But I'll kill you, Karma. They weren't mine either. Exactly, exactly. Okay, I will tell you, though it is very sad. Oh no, I'm gonna cry. I do not think a curse is meant to be a happy thing. What? What? He's joking. Yeah, he's joking. This is a joke. Yeah, he's joking. He's covering something up. Okay, I actually like them together. They're so bad at being good people. Yeah, yeah, exactly. They're both awful, which is why they're good together. So he's joking, right? He's covering it up. I have the beauty's curse. It is what forces people to fall in love with me every time they see my handsome face. Yeah, no, that's a lie. That's a lie. He doesn't want to tell me. He doesn't want to tell me what his curse is. Do I have to waterboard it out of him? Do I have to waterboard him? Is that really a curse? That does not seem awful at all. Yeah. No, I'm not playing along with this. I'm not playing along with this. I know you're lying to me. I know you're lying to me. I do not think it's that terrible. You can work around it. You have your disguise. What is with that, Delaney? What is with that? Yes, I suppose I do, don't I? People loving you isn't such a bad thing, is it? No, I still don't get it. I still don't get what's going on here. I don't understand what's happening. He's lying. He's lying. He's lying. Everyone loves Miss Karma. Meanwhile, I cannot even get my father to look in my direction. He's lying. I told you I was still confused when I looked it up. Is he not lying? Is that the truth? Is that actually what it is? Is he not lying? I'd prefer a person to love me as I am, not because they are compelled to because of a curse. Is that really it? Is that really... Hey, what the hell? What? 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 What?
What?
His curse is that people fall in love with him because he's so beautiful. And he doesn't like that because he wants people to love him for who he is. And so I assumed that it was kind of the other way around, where he was cursed because of his vanity, like Beauty and the Beast. I mean, when he first said that, I was like, okay, it doesn't sound bad, but maybe I'm not reading into it. Maybe they pursue it really hard. But apparently, no, he's just like that. Yeah, I assumed that... So I was cursed for a reason. I was cursed because I'm bad. Were the other people... Are these other characters also cursed because they're bad? Or are they cursed just because the witches cursed everyone because they hate humans? Is Karma cursed because he did something to get him cursed, or is he cursed because the witches hate humans? And if... Because if he did something to get him cursed, then what did he do? Because it wasn't the vanity thing, right? This is stupid! This is stupid! What is this? I don't get it. I'm so confused. So... I'm so confused. So, before he was cursed to be beautiful, he didn't cross-dress, and now, because he's so beautiful, he cross-dress. What is happening? What is going on? I don't understand any of this. This still didn't answer why he cross-dresses. This still... -1. I can feel his eyes on me. I refuse to look at him, thinking that his gaze must be filled with judgment. Princess, are you okay? Why wouldn't I be? You look a little lost in thought. I sure am lost in thought. I'm fine. Still, it feels like I am missing something. Is that really the entirety of his curse? That's what I'm saying. I feel like he's lying to me. I feel like he's lying to me. Delaney is insisting that he's not lying to me. Delaney's saying that that's all, that that's it. But this feels like a lie. This feels like he's lying to me. I don't trust him. I don't trust that. I think he's lying. Is he lying, or is that it? But don't people fall in love with you when you are a woman as well? Yeah, so why would you dress up as a woman? Because, so what he's saying is, my curse is that people will fall in love with me when they look at me, so I disguise myself so that won't happen, but he's also... People are also gonna fall in love with him when he's dressed as a woman, so what does it matter? But is his answer gonna be something like, well, when I'm dressed as a woman, I'm disguised as someone else, you know, I've got like this fake identity, so they're still not falling in love with me. What? This is stupid! It's all I saw when I looked it up, so if he is lying, I will be very relieved. Oh my god, you are making me so want to look it up myself, but I can't do that. I can't do that. I can't do that. No, princess, that love is admiration or appreciation, sometimes lust. Wait, what? So people don't fall in love with him when he's a woman, they just get horny. So he dresses up as a woman so that they won't fall in love with him? Because when he's a man, they fall in love with him, but when he's a woman, they just get boners. And when you're a man, they swarm to me like moths to light, it becomes suffocating. So, when he dresses up as a woman, it makes him less hot? It makes him less desirable? So he's saying, like, he dresses up like a woman because when he's a man, he's too sexy. And being a woman makes him less sexy. What? Less magically desirable. That's what I mean. That's what I mean. But that's still stupid. Do you not think that's silly? Do you not think this is a silly goose game? That's what? That's weird. I thought it was silly the entire time. I thought I expected a better answer than this, though. I expected an answer that made more sense. So he's like a super, super handsome man. So he dresses up as a woman because that is... This is dumb. Do you remember this one morning when I said, hey, Samantha, you're overhyping this and you're gonna disappoint yourself? Whom does it affect? The curse only affects women. It is a condition of the curse that they be a woman and that I be a man. It's part of the fairy tale. Okay, so... What? What? I still don't understand. So, the fairy tale that this is based on is Beauty and the Beast. But in Beauty and the Beast, the woman is the beauty. But, okay. So, the curse works. The curse makes him... Did he ever confirm it was Beauty and the Beast? He called it Beauty's Curse. He called it Beauty's Curse. So, I don't know what other fairy tale that could be, you know? Oh, man. Give me a moment, dude. This is... Okay. So, the curse basically says that he is a really hot man who is desirable to women. So it's like, I curse you to be a hot man who is desirable to women. And his workaround is, no, I will be a woman. Because then the curse won't work. The curse doesn't work if he's a woman. And it only works on men. And no, it only works on women. Okay. But if the curse only works on women, then why did it work on Rumpel? Because Rumpel saw Karma and immediately proposed to him. So if it only works on women, then why does it work on Rumpel? But maybe Rumpel's just like that? Rumpel just proposes to everyone? Yeah, Rumpel's just like that? I guess so. So, Karma is cursed to be a handsome man who women are all attracted to, and his workaround is to dress as a woman because it doesn't work if he's a woman. Jumpy jet fuel can melt steel beams. Delaney, do you remember earlier when I said that I was sick of atomes where the love interest is a succubus demon who is hot because they have magic that can control you into believing that they're hot? I am Diana. I am Diana. Oh man, dude. Oh man. I think of all the ways that you could be cursed, that's probably the best way to be cursed. That's not... I still agree with what I had Samantha say earlier. No, that's still... No, I still disagree with you. That's not a bad thing. That's... My Samantha's curse is way worse. Okay, my... Oh... Oh, hold on. I get it now. I get it now. I was about to ask, how does he break the curse? And I realized that it's gonna be, the curse is broken if someone loves him for who he truly is and not his looks. That's gonna be it. The curse is broken if someone loves him for who he truly is. So that's why it's like Beauty and the Beast. That's how it's like Beauty and the Beast. It's like Beauty and the Beast because the curse was broken when someone fell in love with him despite his looks. But this is the opposite because someone has to fall in love with him despite the fact that he's too beautiful. So that ties in with what I said, true love. Yeah, like, I know that's what they're going for here. I just think it's dumb. I just think I just think that's silly. I just don't like that. I just don't think that makes sense. Because I get what they're trying to do. I get that they're like, okay, here's Beauty and the Beast. Let's put a twist on it. What if it was the other way around? No, sorry, that still doesn't make sense. That still doesn't make sense. That's silly. That is silly. Which fairy tale? Beauty and the Beast. The one with... Oh. Karma suddenly stands up and points at a man selling red apple-like candies. He pulls me over, insisting that we try one. Whatever. I don't care about your curse anymore. I don't want to talk about your curse anymore. I'm cursing you. I try to bring up the subject of the curse again, but to no avail. Karma somehow manages to be distracted for the rest of the day and is able to effectively dodge my questions. He's so sketchy, it totally makes me think he's hiding something. If not for Delaney, I would still be 100% positive that he's hiding something, but apparently he's not. Apparently he's not. Is Karma hiding something from me? I think so too, but apparently not. Why would he? I thought pairing up meant helping each other break our curses. Does he not want to break his curse? I mean... And, like, so since I'm cursed, I can't be affected by other people's curses, which means that if I fell in love with him, then that would be me truly loving him for who he is and not for the spell. So that's the direction that this route is going. Sorry, I don't like that. I don't like that. Like, maybe they can make this work, but I don't like it. Nope, sorry. Oh, thank you so much, Samantha. Yeah, we're in dire need of these supplies. I supervised her well, didn't I? Of course, dear. He did not do anything. Princess, you wound me. It's the truth. But we had that nice talk. You avoided half my questions. Oh. When multiple characters are unlikable, it's good because then they're mean to each other. It's like watching Victorious. Karma lets out an exasperated sigh that becomes a very forced yawn. I'm going to go to bed. So true, bestie. Today has been a tiring day. Please excuse me, darlings. Sleep well. Sleep well, Karma. Karma walks away, leaving me alone with Parfait. He's not so bad, you know. I do not know why I agreed to work with him. Give him a chance, Samantha. I did not get a single good deed today. It's not just about the act, but about the intentions. Did Karma just use me then? I'm tired. I'm going to go to bed. Tonight I will rethink my partnership. Oh, does that mean that I can change partners? Probably not. No. I barely sleep that night. When I wake up the next day, my body is sore from carrying supplies around town yesterday. The more I think about Karma, the more my anger boils inside of me. How could I not have gotten a good deed yesterday? It's pretty obvious. I decide to find him first thing in the morning. This is so blockade. We had an enlightening conversation. You didn't answer half my questions. I'm going to bed. Bye. It's so blockade. It's so accurate. You know what he reminds me of? He reminds me of that meme where it's like, my work here is done. You didn't do anything. I see him at his usual table, once again staring out the window. A dark aura seems to surround him, and I notice that no one is sitting with him today. Oh my god, where's Boy? Karma. He keeps staring outside, and his eyes are glassy. Alright, this isn't going to be a spoiler. I don't think. So I'm going to look it up. How many chapters in Cinderella Phenomenon? Are there 10? Oh, 6. Oh, wait, no, this is... No. No, it's... Is it 6? No, it looks like... Is it 9? I'm not getting any clear answers here. Okay, when I look it up, I find like walkthroughs and like completion guides and stuff, so I don't want to click on any of that for obvious reasons. So I'm not sure, but it looks like there's at least 6. Probably... It's probably 10, if I had to guess. It's probably 10. And his eyes are glassy. Karma. Wait, I can look up... I think 10, yeah. Okay, that would make sense. That would make sense. And we're on chapter 3. Oh, Princess, good morning. It is far from a good morning. I did not sleep at all last night. What a shame. His voice is surprisingly cold, his tone rather dismissive. What's going on, Karma baby? I was too busy thinking about yesterday. You told me that helping you would maybe help me complete a good deed. Yeah, okay, he lied to you, Samantha. Yeah, he lied to you. He used you. Get over it. I point at my necklace, which hasn't changed at all since I received it. Oh! So when you get the glass shards, it, like, appears on your necklace. Okay, for some reason that didn't click with me. Do the other characters have necklaces? Because I haven't seen any of them having necklaces. I want to see. Do you see? Not another piece. You get pieces added to your glass slipper? That's charming. So yeah, I guess that the necklace thing is just my thing. Because I know that Rumple has, like, a book, like a journal. So I guess we all have different things. I was thinking that pairing up with you is a bad idea. You're hurting his feelings. Princess, did you just say that you were paired up with me? I did. You must have known. Oh my, I assumed that you just wanted to help me. I didn't know you were pairing up with anyone. That's right. I never told him directly I wanted to partner up. Should I have? Yeah, probably. Well, it does not matter what I say anymore because I do not think you can help me. Princess, I can't help you do a good deed. You have to do them on your own. I can present you with opportunities, though. Opportunities? We start first by thawing the ice around your heart. So even Karma is calling me the Ice Princess. At least I speak my mind and don't pretend to be someone I am not. Oh my god. And I do not promise things I cannot deliver either. Oh, you are so mean. Princess, I do believe you misinterpreted my words yesterday. That is not my fault. Patience is a virtue. Now if you could, I would like some time alone. I did not sleep well yesterday. Didn't sleep well? Oh dear, that makes all 3 of us. Who is Voice? Oh my god, it's you. I turn around and see Rumple appear at the front door. He strides toward the table with a confident grin on his face and then takes another seat. Good point, Delaney. Karma lets out a sigh. Foul man! What are you doing here? Oh, you foul man! You flirt with a man once and he hates you, is that it? No, you flirt with a man and then you insult him unnecessarily. Oh, I thought that was all in good fun. Something about the expression on Rumple's face tells me that is not true at all. Are they always going to be at each other's throats now? What are you doing here, Rumple? I couldn't help but overhear that you were looking for a partner, Princess. I thought I might offer my assistance, since I know that I can make you far happier than this fool over here. Abandon the karma route midway through. Would you like me to hit you again? What is the problem, sir? I only came to provide assistance where you could not. Rumple turns to me, grabs my hand, and winks at me. What do you say, Princess? We could be wonderful partners, and in no time at all, I swear I would have your heart aflutter. This game is so silly. Before I can slap his hand away, Karma slaps him instead. I cannot help the surprise on my face. Lameo! Would you like another slap? I am in no mood for pleasantries today. Karma is... Wow, okay. I don't know how I ever mistook you for a lady. You're the most brutish man here. Whoa! Whoa! A slap for each cheek, darling. Would you like a third? Rumple stands abruptly from the table and glares at Karma. I can almost see electricity bouncing between the two of them as they stare over my head at each other. Fight! 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 I want them to kill each other. I see Jurian walking towards us with a stern look on her face. I would never hurt a person unnecessarily. I don't resort to violence. My, then that gives me all the openings I need. Oh! Oh, man. I think your screen for... Ah! You're right, it did. Thank you for telling me. You're right, it did. His eyes have been glassy for several minutes now. When I had this problem in the last stream, I had to close out of the game and open it again, so I guess that's what I'm gonna have to do. I think that this game just doesn't like OBS. Like, I don't... Wait, that's not what I meant to do. Anyway, I hope they kill each other. Okay, come on. Come on, show up on the screen. There you go, there you go. Okay, here we are, here we are, here we are. Okay. My, then that gives me all the openings I need. Oh! 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 Alright, well, first things first. Actually, I already saved, so I guess I don't need to save again. Yeah, I just saved like 1 second ago, so... See, the thing is, all 3 people in this situation are in the wrong. They're all awful. You know what? I just want to cause drama. Let's slap him. Let's slap him. I lean forward to slap Rumple from his blind spot. Yeah, let's go. Both of the men turn to stare at me. I look at the red spot I left on Rumple's cheek and wince. I don't think I've ever slapped a person for anyone else before. Ooh. Imagine that counts as a good deed. Imagine slapping someone counts as a good deed. My chest feels slightly heavy. Princess? You are being ridiculous. I have told you many times that I do not appreciate your flirting, and Karma doesn't either. Ooh, standing up for Karma. I mean, either way, she's standing up for one of them. That kind of seems like a good deed. Such a persistent man needs to be slapped a few times. Rumple puts a hand to his cheek and stares at me, distraught. You deserved that. Whoa. Alright, what's happening over here? Jurian comes to stand in front of us, her expression stern. Nothing, I was just showing myself out. Excuse me. Whoa, this is crazy. This is crazy. Rumple leaves and I am alone with Karma. He slumps back down into his chair. After making sure that he won't do anything rash again, Jurian leaves us. Wow, that was wild. I leave Karma sitting there by himself and return to the front of the tavern where Anise has more chores waiting for me. Today I have to work as a server, which is still better than working with Mr. Broom. The usual people are at the tavern, and I overhear conversations as I work. At one point, Garland walks over to the bar and Anise serves him a drink. He looks sullen, and I watch him curiously for a few moments. Then I notice that he's staring at Jurian, who is talking sternly to two drunken men continuously clacking their bottles together at a table. If you make too much of a scene here, you're going to bother the other customers. But the same people are here all the time, eh? We're not bothering anyone, hun. Garland looks so agitated. What is wrong with him? I will not stand to have you call me that again. Loosen up, woman. You may have been a knight at the palace before, but you got no such title now. Garland stands up and I can see silent anger in his eyes. A few people at the bar look up at him with worry. Are Garland and Jurian a couple, or are they just besties? I may have no title, but I still demand respect. Sir Garland, are you okay? He looks back at us almost like he's coming out of a trance. I'm fine. Sorry about that, ladies. He sits back down, glancing once more at Jurian as she continues speaking to the men. They glance at Garland warily, their expressions more somber. Why was he acting that way? Garland's usually more composed. Princess, is something on your mind? No. I brush all the thoughts of what just transpired from my mind as I return to my work. Hours go by and my body protests to all of the leaning I have to do. Even though I had to carry a lot around town yesterday, it was nice to be out for a while. Maybe I am better off helping him just to avoid the chores in here. At least that stops me from being worked to the bone. Oh, Princess, you're doing very well today. I always perform like this. But today you're delivering everything really quickly. Do you mean to say that I don't perform well on other days? No, Princess, I only mean to say that today your performance is even better than normal. Is that supposed to be a compliment? Oh my god, this girl sucks so bad. I walk away from Anise, who stares after me sadly. If she wanted to give me a compliment, she could have said something that wasn't so backhanded. Jeez, girl. As the tavern clears for the day, I finally have time to sit down and relax. As I am sitting there, Waltz pulls up a chair and sits in front of me. Hello, Princess. I heard from Anise that you were excellent at your job today. Congratulations on improving. Princess? So you're mocking me now, too? It's so Bakugo. Princess, I think you're taking things too seriously. The intention of a compliment is, well, to compliment someone. We're not making fun of you. You are implying that I am not normally as good as this. We never said you weren't good at this, only that you were better today. Let me give you an example. I put on puppet shows for kids. Sometimes the children come to me and say that the show is even better than usual. So the children are telling you that your shows aren't normally satisfactory. Oh my gosh, I cannot believe he has to explain this to her. Not at all. The children always smile, regardless of whether they really like the show. So long as you're trying your best, that's all that matters. The people in the bar are always smiling when you deliver food to them, aren't they? Ooh. Hello! Mom Tuber is here!
In the house!
No, no one likes me here. Maybe if you smiled, they would smile back. Oh, this is gonna be the entire game, just everyone telling her to smile. I am not going to smile for any of them. I do not owe them anything. You don't need to owe anyone a smile. Any smile that isn't owed is fake. Princess, I'm leaving, Waltz. I want some time to myself. I can't believe anyone would willingly talk to her. I walk upstairs to my bedroom, pointedly ignoring the look of sadness on Waltz's face. I have been sleeplessly laying on my bed for hours. Sometimes I hear the sounds of people walking through the hallway. Who would be up at this time of night? I need to leave and get some fresh air. It is eerily quiet at night. I stop when I hear faint sounds coming from outside. What is that? Oh, obviously I'm going outside. Obviously. Well, I did say I needed some fresh air. No point in backing out now. What is the intended subtext to this social situation? I walk to the front door. Princess? I turn and see Delora looking at me with amusement flickering in her eyes. Princess, what are you doing? Getting some fresh air? It's dangerous out at night, you know? You can't just keep me inside like some caged bird. Girl who has been kept inside like a caged bird by her mother for 4 years. I didn't say you had to stay inside. I said it was dangerous. You might need to get your ears checked. Then there won't be any problem with me going out right now. Princess, you only hear what you want to hear. You can't go outside without an escort. Then escort me! I'm not going to go far. Before Delora can stop me, I walk out the front door and head in the direction of the sounds. I hope she dies. You must be the most disobedient princess I've ever met. And you must be the most annoying witch. Delora lets out an undignified snort as she catches up to me. Fine then, we'll go on this little night stroll together. Her impact subsists after death, yeah. Delora and I eventually find ourselves in the forest. Those sounds, it sounds like metal against metal. I mean, it's gotta have something to do with karma. Well, I guess with you being partnered with karma, you would find out eventually. Oh? What are we finding out? Excuse me? Oh, I love Mama Cat. So we do know that we saw him when he was dressed as a man and he had a sword and stuff, so I don't know. I don't know where we're going with this. I get the answer to my question when we walk through the trees and come into a clearing. I finally see where the sounds are coming from. Okay, yeah, so we know that he's like, I don't know, like a knight or a sword fighter or something. So, Garland and Karma are practicing together, I guess? Why is this a big secret? Why does this matter? Why is this a big deal? Two men stand in the clearing, swords clashing. One of the men is Garland, who is poised with his sword. It takes me a moment to realize that the other is Karma, who isn't in a dress. So it was he who was with Waltz that night? Yeah, you didn't know that? Neither he nor Garland noticed this at first. Princess, you're staring. Of course I am. What is all of this? A practice session. Karma is a very talented swordsman, and he practices at night with either Jurian or Garland, depending on who's not on patrol. Okay, why does this matter? Why is this a secret? Why can't he talk about that? Why does it matter? Karma can use a sword that well? The king told me once that only knights could have such skill. Just who is Karma? Oh, if it isn't the princess. His voice is nothing like the feminine voice I always hear from him. What? Why does he have to... He has to disguise his voice? Whatever. I mean, I guess if he wants people to think that he's a woman, then I guess he has to use a fake voice too. Whatever. Sure, I don't care, whatever. Karma actually sounds like a man. I notice him looking at me in between his strikes with a little smile. How does he remain so composed and steady with a distraction? Princess? Karma quickly finds an opening in Garland's hesitant stance and then pins him to the ground with his sword, still smiling. To be distracted is to die, Garland. I know. The ability to see distractions and then put them in the back of your mind is one every knight should hone. You must know everything that is happening around you, but only deal with the pertinent things. Yes, sir. Karma straightens, sword in hand. Moments later, Garland stumbles to his feet and gives an obedient bow. Okay, my question is still, why does this matter? Why does it matter that Karma is a talented swordsman? Like, why is this a secret? Karma nods at him before sheathing his sword. A slow melancholy begins to creep into my heart. For some reason, seeing the sword practice makes me nostalgic, though I'm not sure why. What? What do you mean by that? What are you practicing for? To protect, princess. Knowing the sword is the same as knowing the shield. It means to protect. To protect? I think I remember having this kind of conversation with them before. Oh, Fritz, I can never figure out how to counter an opponent when they're mere inches from my face. Yeah, okay, it is the knight. You're right, Delaney. My commander called that one the enemy's kiss, a standoff where your eyes lock onto your opponents because of the proximity. The best way to counter that is to feint the sword in the opposite direction. It throws your opponent off because they're not looking. Oh, that makes sense, but the enemy's kiss, what a name. It seems so dramatic for a sword move, doesn't it? Swordplay is dramatic, though, isn't it? Isn't the most effective swordplay not meant to be flashy? Princess, I didn't notice you there. Good morning, Princess. Well, the most effective swordplay cannot be predicted. The commander says it needs to be robust. And quick. Sometimes swordplay can look like dancing, though, which is why some think that professionals are flashy. That seems unnecessary. Everyone has their own methods, their own skills. All of us knights fight for different reasons as well. Isn't it to protect all of us in the palace? Well, yes, but we protect everyone in the castle for different reasons, Princess. The knights protect for different reasons. I turn to Karma. But Karma, you are not a knight. No, I am most definitely not, but since Garland and Jurian begged me to teach them, I have somehow become their mentor. There's no way Garland and Jurian would do that. After all, the both of them were the best knights in Angiel before they were stripped of their titles. Okay, yeah, so if they're the best knights, and Karma is better than them, then I guess the question is, how did he become such a good swordsman? Karma actually speaks the truth. Jurian and I really did have to get down on our knees and beg for him to instruct us. What? Is Karma really so talented? So you are finally impressed with me. What do you think, princess? I am the picture of elegance in this outfit, aren't I? You know, I don't know why you and Rumple fight so often. You really are very similar. Yeah. Don't compare me to that fool. He has no class. Oh no, it is an inhuman. Just because you come from different backgrounds doesn't mean he has less class. Oh no, it is an inhuman. So the reason you were so tired today is because you do these practices at night? Ho-ho, I suppose I've been caught red-handed. Why does this have to be a secret? Does it have to do with Karma's curse? But he is not in his disguise now. We could have been working on breaking our curses today, but no, you decided that staying up late into the night and practicing was more important. Okay, why does this have to be a secret? He said something about, like, becoming a commoner. Like, he didn't used to be a commoner. Was he... I don't know. I don't know what's going on. That was probably why you were grumpy this morning. Well, our protection is vital, don't you think? Garland, you were at the palace. How is it that Karma possesses more skill with the sword than you? Princess. Karma is special, princess. He's more talented with the sword than a lot of other people. Well, why? How? And I do pride myself on being a splendid instructor. But never fear, princess. I will help you dispel your curse. After all, you did suggest that we were still partners. Can he really help me with my curse? But how will he do that? By just presenting opportunities? We'll try again tomorrow, darling. But for now, Garland and I have some more work to do. This time, Garland, do not lose focus. Yes, sir. The sound of swords carries through the night air, and for a long while I stand with Delora watching the two men fight. Karma chides Garland often, telling him that his concentration is waning. Karma is a good swordsman, perhaps even better than the palace knights. His nimble swordplay repeats again and again in my head, even when I return to the tavern for the night. Samantha, I've told you before that the knights are an unruly bunch. But mother, they're so much fun to watch! They are dangerous, Samantha. Any person with a sword has the potential to use it on you. But father says that those knights are supposed to protect me. That they are, as is their order. But people may not be so good, but as people, they may not be so good, Samantha. Not so good? The king has told you that the knights are meant to use swords to protect you, but you cannot trust them completely. Even though father said they would keep me safe? Sometimes the people we trust are the most deceitful, and a man with a sword has a weapon to use against you. No matter what he says, be wary that he can turn on you. Haven't I told you before that you should not trust people? But the knights are... Even knights can be treacherous, Samantha. Do not trust a man with a sword. He can be dangerous. Yes, mother, I understand. Try to understand, my sweet. I only want you to be safe. Yes, I understand. Girlfriends! Chapter 4, Girlfriends? Alrighty. Jurian, if you don't come at me like you truly mean to stab me, you'll never land a hit. Yes, ma'am. Yes, sir. It has been about 2 weeks since I first saw Karma here in the forest practicing with Garland. I have come here every night since then, though I never stay as long as Karma since I actually have work to do in the mornings. I'm so good at parenting. Alright, here I come. Their two swords clash, and Karma laughs as he throws Jurian back and taps her lightly on the shoulder with his sword. That makes 4 hits, and that one was easy. Is that the best you can do, Jurian? I noticed that every time Karma practices with Jurian, he's in his Miss Karma disguise. Oh! Yeah, I didn't understand that, but yeah, it's because otherwise Jurian will fall in love with him. He says it's because of the curse, and because he does not want Jurian to fall in love with him. Yeah, okay, I figured that out. Isn't he being overdramatic? I doubt someone like Jurian can fall in love with Karma. No, it's magic, Samantha. Be subtle and quiet. Garland tells me you're usually good at that. I am, sir. Then why the exception today? Sir... Darling, it wouldn't happen to be because of the way I'm dressed, would it? Are you still not used to it? Hit the nail on the head, have I? It is not very chivalrous to hurt a lady, of course, but that logic applies to men as well. An enemy is an enemy, Jurian, even if your enemy is a delicate flower like myself. Delicate flower. Jurian, you should hit him on the head for that. But Princess, he is not delicate at all. Jurian laughs and I scowl at her. Is she laughing at me? You and Karma seem to get along. I doubt it. Oh, Princess, you wound me. You always say that. You wound me where Jurian's blade cannot. Something flashes in Jurian's eyes as she readies her sword again. Karma stands ready as Jurian rushes at him with her sword. Their swords clash again. I wonder. Karma, your back's open. Karma turns. Jurian taps him on the shoulder and laughs aloud. I did it. A single hit. It looks like you have a weakness too, Karma. No, it wasn't a weakness. It was the lack of sleep catching up with me. Why did he listen to me? He told Garland the other day that it was crucial to only listen and watch the most important things. I'm the most important thing? Oh, no problem, Cadence. Alright, practice is over for now. I can see Garland coming for his practice. Karma walks to a corner to have a drink. I should probably head back to the tavern soon, but there's something I want to see first. On her way out, Jurian gives a solemn nod to Garland. She pauses to say something to him and then looks at me, noticing my vague curiosity. I was just mentioning what a good swordsman Karma is. I have seen him fight. And Karma is a good swordsman, there's no doubt about it, yet is practicing with him really so special? He is fast on his feet and quick with his reactions. He's an excellent person to train under, even better than most of the commanders in the palace. I can second that. Even better than Ross, remember him? The first commander we trained under, the one that punished slow learning with extra exercises. You always had to do more exercises than I did. Something about you being distracted. I was watching the way you swung your sword to make sure you didn't hurt yourself. You've always been overprotective. Well, They both suddenly stop to look at Karma, who is smiling slyly on the side. Wah! Why does he have that look on his face? Well, that's a sign. We can't keep the commander waiting. Garland shakes his head, his expression snapping back into something more serious. Right. The two exchange quick farewells before Jurian waves and steps out of the clearing, leaving Garland with Karma. You're in a dress today. Are you two really so opposed to hurting me when I'm in a dress, or are you worried about ruining it? No. It's just so strange. You move so well, even in a long dress. But yes, Jurian did mention almost stepping on it once. Impossible. I am the picture of elegance. Of course, sir. Karma shrugs Garland's comments off. The two ready their swords, then get right into practice. Jurian has taken over Garland's patrol now, so that Garland can get in some practice time. So, Garland, have you told Jurian yet? Okay, so Garland and Jurian aren't a couple. It's just that Garland has a crush on Jurian and hasn't told her. I guess that's what's going on. No. The conversation that Karma always has with Garland is the real reason I stay behind to watch them practice. I don't understand why Garland answers Karma's question if doing so makes him so depressed. Will you ever say anything to her, Garland? Why don't you just confess to her already? Karma lands an easy hit on Garland, who sighs in response. Whenever Garland thinks about Jurian, he gets distracted. I do not understand his feelings at all, but seeing him remain quiet frustrates me. Is that why Karma talks about this with him? Because he knows that it distracts him and he tries to, make sure that he can stay focused while he's fighting? Jurian is talented and poised. I could never be good enough for her. You'll never win a woman's heart if you don't compliment her looks as well, Garland. Well, she's pretty too. Beautiful. And then there's me. Aren't they both knights? Haven't they been training together for a long time? Just say something to her. I can see why you wouldn't tell her. I feel like I should have more sympathy and, be like, oh, yeah, I understand why you feel this way. But also, just say something to her, man. I think she likes him. At the very least, she likes him as a friend. I mean, because they're clearly friends. Well, all you ever do is talk about her. Even Karma says your concentration is lacking because she's always on your mind. So just tell her. If she does not like you back, then that's it. If she doesn't like me back... Confessions are hard, Princess. Very tedious. You are only saying that because you're dramatic about everything. The very nature of love is dramatic, darling. But enough idle chatter, sir. Let us continue our training. I end up staying longer than I intended. By the time I consider returning to the tavern, Garland and Karma are wrapping up for the night. I have a question for Karma, so I wait until Garland leaves before I approach him. You're still here, Princess? Were you seeking out alone time with me by chance? I have enough of that every day when we run errands. I just have a question for you. You always come to the right person. What can I do for you, Princess Samantha? You ask Garland the same question every time you train, and he always tells you that he cannot confess. Karma nods in acknowledgement, but his attention is on his sword. He inspects it carefully before sheathing it. It frustrates me. You're frustrated? That look of his always annoys me. Oh my. It is annoying. Did you want to ask me why he won't confess because you're so frustrated? Yes. I suppose after almost 2 months, I do know you. Oh my god, it's been almost 2 months! Imagine going 2 months without doing anything nice for anyone ever. You do not know anything about me, and I do not know anything about Karma either. Confessing isn't easy, dear Samantha. Surely you must realize that the possibility of rejection is a significant deterrent. But if you never ask, you never get an answer, and the stress of worrying stays with you and ruins everything. Why are you staring at me? Is that the reason you're so blunt, Princess? Blunt? You are far more blunt than I am. They're both blunt. Princess Samantha, you truly are amusing. You're as sharp as a knight's blade. I am not amusing. That is a matter of opinion, darling. He really is insufferable. And yet I still come to him for advice. The scariest part of a confession is the possibility of rejection. Can you imagine loving someone and then finding out that they don't feel the same way about you? My thoughts shift to the king. My chest tightens. Oh, because she loves her dad and her dad doesn't love her back? Is that what she means? Princess Samantha? Karma reaches out a hand to brush a strand of hair out of my face. I slap it away without realizing. He pulls his hand back with a gentle sigh. My apologies, Princess. No, I cannot imagine. No? Loving someone and finding out that they do not feel the same way. I always knew my father never loved me. My understanding is different from what Karma is referring to. Ooh. Besides, I no longer hold any love in my heart for the king. I have already given up hope on him. Oh. She has daddy issues and mommy issues. She has every issue. Right? It is a good thing you haven't experienced a rejected love, Princess. It is one of the worst feelings. Have you, Karma? Karma asks to be alone, so I return to the tavern by myself that night. Oh, pretty. Pretty. I do not know why I agree to this when nothing changes. Today I am once again out in town with Karma running errands. Since we've been partners, he insists on me coming with him every day. Why do you need a new dress? Because a lady needs all kinds of dresses in her closet. Variety is key when you want to make a good impression. So he claims that the only reason that he cross-dresses is because of the curse. But I have a feeling that he enjoys cross-dressing a little too much. Like, do you guys get the feeling that, like, I mean, like, I understand, like, okay, so he only cross-dresses because of the curse. But, like, you don't have to go so hard, you know what I mean? Like, what, you need, like, a variety of dresses? You need to, like, act ladylike and elegant? Like, what are you doing, man? Like, just... I don't think he wants his curse broken. I don't think he wants the curse to be broken. So you're saying her life is so hard? No! No, that's not what I said. Why would you want to make a good impression on people in a disguise? A disguise is meant to conceal you. It does not exist to be flaunted. Yeah, exactly. If this is just a disguise to him, then he cares about it too much for it to just be a disguise. You know what I mean? Oh no, darling. I only wear this disguise to stop the curse from working on people. It's not really meant to conceal anything but the fact that I am a man. Okay, but it's still concealing something, right? It's concealing the fact that you're a man. Karma getting cursed. Oh no, it seems I have to disguise myself as a woman. I hope this doesn't awaken anything in me. Being doted on by a married woman or by a woman in love with another man is especially troubling. Is the curse really that powerful? Yes, it's magic. Karma leads me over to the dress store, and our conversation pauses when he goes to the store owner to give specifications for a new dress. When we leave, Karma suggests going someplace to reward me for all my hard work. You're treating me? Why wouldn't I, darling? You've been helping me for a while now. What is this feeling? Gratitude? Karma does owe me for everything that I've done for him, so why do I feel like this? You know, it would be much easier for you to just help me carry bags. Oh, there, let's buy one of those cupcakes. Karma cuts through my suggestion easily. Does he really dislike work so much that he'd rather pay me off for helping him? Yes. Karma takes me to a stand showcasing all kinds of cupcakes. There are some with colored frosting, others with fancy decorations. Some are especially eye-catching, like a bright blue cupcake decorated with little stars. Anything catch your fancy, ladies? All of them, actually. Alas, I do not think eating all would be good for my diet. What do you think, Princess? We'll share one. Ooh, I'm gonna share a cupcake with Karma. I turn back to the cupcakes, which I realize are big enough to share between 2 people. Am I choosing one for myself or one that Karma would like? I guess he is treating me, but 2 cupcakes catch my eyes. Oh, I get to choose! One has a tiny little creature sitting on top of the frosting. It seems to be a little lizard of sorts, though it is strange. The colors remind me of Karma's dress. A lizard? A lizard? So, creature, yeah, a little creature, a creature. So, I suppose that one of the cupcakes is going to represent me, and one of the cupcakes is going to represent Karma, and if I choose the Karma cupcake, then that represents me prioritizing someone else over myself, and if I choose the Samantha cupcake, then that represents me prioritizing myself over someone else. So, I wonder, does choosing the Karma cupcake count as a good deed? Probably not. Will it get me closer to a good ending? Probably. I don't know, I'm curious about what this will do. The other cupcake is decorated with little white chocolate pearls. Yeah, you're right, it does have a little creature lizard. Those pearls are small and somehow cute. But Karma might like the other cupcake? Oh, so it's between those 2? Which would you like, Samantha? Alright, we know what we gotta choose. We know what we gotta choose. We know what we gotta do. We gotta... Karma, I think you would like this one. I'll have that one with the lizard. The one with the... Oh my, is that a chameleon? A chameleon? It is a chameleon. Oh, that's adorable. Sir, we'll take one of those. I was thinking he'd like it for the colors, not the chameleon, whatever that is. She doesn't know what a chameleon is? And Karma likes chameleons. Karma likes chameleons. Let's go enjoy this somewhere else, shall we? Oh, there it is. There it is. Yeah, that's the Karma cupcake. Karma leads me to the middle of the plaza, and the 2 of us find a table. He walks off to get a fork and knife before turning and handing a set to me. How big is this cupcake? Do we really need a knife and fork to eat a cupcake? Yeah, that's what I'm wondering. How big is this cupcake? So before we got your dress and you distracted me with cupcakes, we were talking about your curse. Were we? It's not an interesting topic. Yes, it is! I was glad that we had gotten off that tangent, to be honest. Why don't you want to talk about it? You have your secrets just as I do, Princess. But the whole point of pairing up is to help each other with our curses. Princess, you want to help me? This guy does not want help with his curse. This guy does not want help with his curse, and why would he? A, he's beautiful. B, everyone is in love with him. C, he gets to cross-dress, and he clearly likes that. He clearly likes dressing up as a woman. Like, obviously. Only because it is necessary that I help him so he can help me. He's thriving. Exactly! Exactly! He doesn't want my help. I haven't made any progress on helping you, though. You said you would provide me with opportunities. I'm not very good at that, am I? I'm sorry, Princess. Well, I don't think I've done anything for you, either. But, Princess, you've been helping me for the last few weeks. Whether or not it is an obligation, you still are good company. Aww. He likes me. Good company? No one has ever told me that before. They only chide me for being difficult to speak with. Yeah, you aren't good company. You aren't good company. It is weird that he thinks that you're good company, because I don't think you are. Oh! Oh, look at it! Look at the... Oh, look at that! The pink reminded you of Karma's dress. Karma's dress isn't even pink. So I guess that if I hadn't chosen that cupcake, I wouldn't have gotten this CG. Karma starts cutting the cupcake, his knife sliding through frosting and cake with ease. I've definitely never seen such refined manners for a simple dessert. What was your life like before the curse, Princess? Oh, he's so pretty. He is pretty. He's a pretty boy, yeah. I have no need to tell you any of that. I do love the shiny lips. I love the shiny lips. He's way, way prettier as a boy than as a girl. I mean, as a girl than as a boy. He's way, way prettier as a girl than as a boy. That's what I meant to say. I didn't mean to say that he's prettier as a boy. He's prettier as a girl. No, it's not necessary, but I'm curious. Would I be doing a good deed in telling him? I don't think so. How about we trade off fact for fact? You give me a story today, and I'll give you one tomorrow! No! Both today. What makes you think I'm interested in your life? You can't both be tsunderes. You can't both be like this to each other. Well, you do keep asking me about my curse. Yeah, exactly. What makes you think I'm interested in your life, girl who keeps asking about his life? Only because we are working on breaking our curses. Okay, then, we won't talk about my past or any secrets. We can talk about this cupcake instead. What? Why does he always insist on changing the topic? You are the one who said that you weren't interested in his life. This is your fault. Karma cuts the chameleon on top in half. Oh, the poor chameleon has been cut. I noticed that he gives himself the head, which is a lot cuter, while I get stuck with the tail. Well, if you're upset about that, then why didn't you ask for the head? Chameleons are little lizards that can blend into their surroundings. Is he willing to go this far to avoid the subject? No, he's making a metaphor. He's saying that he is a chameleon, Samantha. You are so dense. When I was a child, see? My father used to call me a chameleon, see? See? Oh, man. What? I hid a lot to avoid responsibilities. Oftentimes no one could find me. Not my father nor the servants. See, servants, so he's, like, rich or something, right? If he had servants, then that makes him a noble? Okay, yeah, he was a noble. One day I was out searching for a mythical creature in our garden, and I came upon the chameleon. It was this small, silly little lizard, but I only found it because I was looking for something fantastic. The lizard on the cupcake does not seem at all that fantastic. No, I think it's fantastic. My father explained what it was to me, and then he started calling me his silly little chameleon. It was ridiculous, but he said I was always very good at hiding, and so it suited me. What is it, princess? It seems like you are still good at hiding. You hide behind your disguise and keep many secrets. Exactly, exactly. I suppose I'm still a chameleon, then. I don't think that nickname makes any sense. Sometimes they don't have to. Nicknames don't have to make sense to be endearing, princess. Can I please just get back to the subject at hand? Yes, this cupcake. If you insist on sharing a story for a story, then I will tell you something about me. Oh? You didn't seem the type to want to share. I normally do not see any reason for sharing things about my past, no. Mother once told me that to confide in someone else was a weakness. But more than that, I was always worried that others would judge me. No one has ever wanted to listen to me. I know enough about others' opinions of me to know that they think I am the one at fault. Always. I wouldn't judge you, princess. I mean, I wouldn't judge you for not wanting to say anything to me. I divulge nothing to you after all. A story for a story, that is the deal, right? I expect you to keep it to it. Or rather, a fact for a fact. It is not like I have to tell him everything, just something about myself. I will tell you about my life at the palace. It's not as if it's a secret, though I doubt Karma would understand. Ever since Mother died, the palace has been a cold place. Why the surprise? Is it because you see Emmeline and Rod and assume we are all one big happy family? I do have to admit that Princess Emmeline seems quite gentle. Prince Rod is quiet, but he seems like an honorable man. When I saw you in the Princess at the dress store, Princess Emmeline seemed very nice, is she not? Her kindness is fragile at best. She tries far too hard for it to be genuine. Her insistence is irritating. I have never wanted to be friends with her. The king took a second wife after my mother died, as if she never mattered to him. Karma is silent, and I continue to talk, my emotions loosening my tongue. I had meant to stop there, but the words keep coming. Do you think this girl needs therapy? Because I think this girl needs therapy. The only one who ever showed me any affection in the palace was Mother. The king never paid much attention to me in the first place, but he treats Rod and Emmeline far better than he has ever treated me. What was your mother like? All of my fondest memories are of her. Okay. She was always with me in the palace, teaching me right from wrong. She taught me how not to show weakness, who to speak with. Who to speak with? Needless conversation is useless. People are often very likely to lead you astray. That was the reason I never saw any reason to speak with the townsfolk. Will you judge me as everyone else does? No, princess, I'm not judging you. I'm just a little sad. Sad? Why would he be sad? It sounds like you lived an empty life. It was not an empty life. But it sounds as if your mother separated you from everyone. It wasn't as if the townsfolk would have accepted me anyway. Mother said they were not to be trusted. Princess, about your mother. I will not hear you speak ill of Mother. No, I only had a question about your mother. Is this where we're finally going to get the reveal that she's the witch queen or whatever? Karma coughs, and I pause to stare at him as he clears his throat. What is it? This... Oh, gods. Ah, now we got interrupted. We got interrupted. I hear the change immediately. His voice is lower, far lower, the soft gentleness gone. Karma puts a hand to his throat and grumbles. Karma's voice is teetering on the edge of sounding unmistakably male. Oh, okay, he can't fake it any longer. I've always wondered how he is able to change his voice, but I always forget to ask him about it. What happened to your voice? Oh, it's Miss Karma. I turn to see a young market girl approaching us. She looks at Karma adoringly. I've always wanted to speak with you, Miss Karma, ever since you complimented my dress that one time in the dress store. Oh no, come up with an excuse, get her away! Your dress is lovely today as always, Miss Karma. Karma? Miss Karma, are you okay? I am quite fine. Uh-oh. I cannot help but giggle as the girl takes a step back, looking shocked by Karma's now deep voice. Karma curses again in his deep voice before forcing a bright smile on his face. Excuse me, I'm feeling under the weather. I notice that he is trying to change the pitch of his voice, but the highness is only annoying rather than soothing now. Oh, I'm sorry. Karma turns to me urgently, but I am too amused to offer any sort of assistance. What is it? Whoa! Look, she smiled! Look at her smiling! She smiled! Princess Samanthia is so evil that the only time she smiles is when she sees something bad happening to someone else. Wow. Fritz punching the wall right now, yeah. Oh no, did I freeze the screen again? I think I froze the screen again. Karma's smile is forced and his eyes are glaring at me. I laugh once again, not able to help myself. His expression softens, but only slightly. So my options are tease Karma or attempt to leave with Karma. Okay, so I'm gonna save. And obviously I want to help Karma. I'm not gonna be a jerk. Like, this is an embarrassing situation. So yeah, obviously I don't want to tease him. Obviously I want to help him. So I'm opening the game again because it froze again. And we're gonna choose to help him. Because if I were in this situation in real life, I would have like tried to come up with an excuse like, oh, she's got a cold and she lost her voice. We gotta get her back home so that she can rest her voice. I don't know, like, come up with something, man. Okay, attempt to leave with Karma. I think we had better get going. Karma nods his head. I'll have explaining to do if we just sit here. Is there nothing I can do to help you two? No, obviously not. I'm sorry. He does not look amused. Why? I'm only trying to get us out of here faster. Leaving. Leaving. He takes my hand and curtsies politely to the girl as he pulls me away. Karma, you sound sick. It's run out. Run out? Oh, he uses magic, probably. He probably uses magic. The potion that Parfait makes for me. Yep. Yep, I knew it. He uses magic. I must have talked too much. You talk too much? Karma puts a finger to his lips as we stroll through town. He shakes his head, making it clear that he won't speak to me until later. Magic hormones. When we arrive at the tavern, it's already dark. Karma pauses and turns to look at me. What? You have a nice smile, Princess Samanthia. I'm glad I could make you laugh. Oh! Yeah, because he made me smile. He made me laugh. Wow. Well, of course I laughed. You sounded ridiculous. It's worth sounding ridiculous just to see you smile. Ooh. Ooh. See, everyone's too nice to her. Everyone is too nice. You and Rumple really are the same. The comment doesn't faze him. He smiles widely as he leaves for his room. Oh, wow. I'm glad I could make you laugh. I cannot get those words out of my head, even though I'm supposed to be resting for the night. I think I should go see if Karma is practicing with Jurian or Garland. I leave my room and go down to the reception room. Delora and Parfait let me go to the forest at night alone now, since they know that I am meeting up with Karma. Parfait is in the reception room tonight, reading a book. I was always told reading in the dark was bad for your eyes. Oh, Princess, I didn't see you. I noticed that she's closed the book, and I can now read the cover. She's reading Cinderella? That's my fairy tale curse. The Great War was caused by the fairy tales, right? Yes, that's right. And yet you are reading one. The curses are based off these fairy tales, after all. But why are you reading Cinderella? My curse isn't anything like the fairy tale, it's reversed. True, but the morals remain the same. In order to become Cinderella, you must be good like her. Cinderella had everything handed to her by a fairy godmother. I had everything taken away. That does not contradict her point. Princess, have you truly had everything taken away from you? No. Compared to what I used to have, what I have now might as well be nothing. Okay, but you haven't had everything taken away from you, because it's compared to what you used to have. You're so annoying, Samantha. You have friendships and people who enjoy your company. Exactly! But she doesn't value those things because she sucks. No one in this tavern enjoys my company. What? No one in this tavern enjoys my company. I can't scroll back far enough, but Karma said that he enjoys my company. Are you sure about that, Princess? I think you just have difficulty trusting that we all like you. Yeah. Like me? Why would you like me? You've become, like, family here. I haven't even been here that long. Well, you've been here 2 months. That's pretty long. It doesn't matter. Everyone here at the Marchant is family. Family? You were saying that everyone at the Marchant is like family? Princess, you're one of my boarders. You're more than just a regular here. You live here with us. So like I said, you're family. I speak more with the people here than I have ever spoken to my own family. Oh, jeez, man. In the palace, I was always alone. Alone! The only person I could speak with was Fritz. Interesting. Are you going to watch Karma practice? I nod in response. Be safe, Princess. As I head to the door, I recall what happened earlier today. Parfait, what is this potion you make for Karma? You mean the potion I make to change his voice? He begged me to help him when he first designed his disguise. Karma makes a beautiful woman, but he didn't think the illusion was complete without a convincing voice. You know how picky he is. Something else on your mind, Princess? He really cares an awful lot about making the illusion complete, doesn't he? I don't know, man. I think he likes cross-dressing. I don't think this is just a curse thing for him. I don't know what to do with that information. I don't know what that means. But, like, I'm positive this isn't just because of the curse, you know? Like, there's something. Karma hides his curse, but you must know the conditions for breaking it, don't you? Parfait does not answer. Or are you also keeping it a secret? Princess Samantha, not everyone likes to talk about their curse. I think it would be better if you ask Karma directly. I just don't understand why he won't tell me everything when I'm trying to help him. Just as you think your good deeds are difficult, there is also something about Karma's curse that he can't come to terms with. Yeah, I know what it is. I know what the conditions for breaking his curse are. I get it. It's obvious. Did the game mean to queer code him this hard? Like, was this intended? I have no clue. I have no clue. He is definitely queer coded, but was it intentional? I don't know. I put my hand to the necklace around my neck. I still haven't performed any good deeds. Can I really do this? I'm going now. You know what I'm positive about? You know what I'm sure about? I am sure that people ship Karma and Rumple. I'm sure that's a ship. I walk out the front door and into the forest. I decide not to think about all of this, at least not until later. I wish this was all simpler and that Karma wasn't cloaked in so many secrets.
Mother, I went to town today.
Oh, I told you not to go into town. Did your father take you?
He told me that it would be fun.
And was it?
No, everyone looked really angry at me, but I don't know why.
So why would they... Actually, yeah, so that's a good question. Why would they look angry at her if she's just a little bitty itty girl princess? If she's just itty bitty little baby girl and she hasn't done anything bad at this point, then why do people look angry at her? Why do people not like her? And why has her father never loved her? Because she said before that her father, like, never, you know, like, hugged her or anything like that, or, like, gave her any attention. Do you think that her... Do you think there's more to this that I'm not picking up on? Do you think that maybe there's, like, some other layer to this, like, her mother was using her, like, something like... I'm not saying this is exactly it, but I'm saying that there's probably another layer to this, where there was something going on where her mother was using her, like, for instance... maybe she, like, carries the blood of the most powerful witch, and therefore her mother has to keep her trapped inside the castle so that she can, like, use her powers for evil. Something like that. I think there's something like that going on. Probably MC doesn't know anything about anything, I'd believe it. Yeah, I think that there's another layer to this. I think there's another layer going on. Like, because her mother was clearly a witch. She was clearly the most powerful witch. She clearly had something going on where, you know, she wanted to curse all the humans or whatever. And her daughter, like, people never liked her. People always looked really angry at her. Her father never liked her. And the mom needed to keep the daughter locked up while the witches were in power. She said not to trust anyone besides her. There's something going on here. There's like a tangled thing going on here where, like, I don't know, like, Princess Samantha has magical hair that Mother Gothel is using to keep herself young or something. There's something going on here is what I'm saying. There's another layer to this. Like, I think that Samantha has some sort of magical witch powers that her witch mom is taking advantage of to do evil witch things with. That's what I think. It's something like that going on. I think so. That's my guess. Because there's got to be more to the story than just what I'm picking up on. I've told you before, haven't I, dearest one? The townsfolk are jealous of you. Jealous? They are bitter about their lot in life, and because of that, they will seek to use you for your status. You cannot trust them, Samantha. You cannot trust anyone but me. I don't know, this whole, like, repetitive thing of you cannot trust anyone but me. She's using her, right? She's using her for something. Like, she's being used, right? She's being manipulated in some way. The mom is doing this for some reason. She has to use her for something, you know? Like, this is very, very much, you know, tangled. I gotta use your magical hair. Like, there's something going on here. There's something that we haven't learned yet. Trusting others will only lead to heartbreak, Samantha. You need only trust me, because I will never hurt you. There's something going on here. There's gotta be more to it. Okay, we're at chapter 5 now. Alright, I'm gonna keep going. It's only been 2 hours. Let's keep going. I thought that the chapters would be as long as the first couple were, but these seem kind of short. I don't know if I'm getting through them faster, but I don't know. This seems short. It makes sense that the first couple chapters would be the longest because so much happened in them. Okay, I have been at the Marchen for a couple of months now, and I still haven't managed to do a single good deed. Every single chapter is going to start like this. We're going to be at, like, chapter 9, and it's going to be like, I've been at the Marchen for 81 years, and I still haven't managed to do a single good deed. Today I went out to town with Waltz to buy ingredients for parfait. The two of us have both been very quiet, which is uncharacteristic for Waltz. I'm out with Waltz instead of Karma. What's Karma doing? Princess? What? Did Karma explain why he wasn't coming with you today? Princess? Does Waltz not like my company? Is that why he's asking why he had to fill in for Karma? No, no. He said he was tired. Oh. Waltz turns his head, his eyebrows furrowing in confusion. The town feels different today. It does? I feel as if there are people watching us. What is going on? How can you tell? With practice. I have a lot of eyes on me when I'm doing my puppet shows, after all. That's a stupid answer. Even before then, I was used to being watched, I guess. What? Before you were cursed? Why? Well, I was more conspicuous as an adult, I guess. An adult. Oh, right. You have the Neverland curse. You remembered. Yes, I have the Neverland curse. I told you what that was in the tavern once. You are stuck as a child when you should be a man. Right. It's a little inconvenient, but I've gotten used to it. Waltz is so much more straightforward about his curse than Karma. The two of us go into a store where we find the little cups that Parfait asked us to buy. After I pay, Waltz automatically picks up the bags. His help is nice for a change. I have become so accustomed to carrying the bags on my own. So have you made any progress on your good deeds? No. You can see from my necklace that I have not. But you have changed. I still don't see how I have changed at all. Yeah, no, she hasn't changed. What do you mean? Karma hasn't taught me anything about doing good. Sometimes in order to do good, you need to realize some things about yourself first. Maybe Karma's not so bad at helping you with that. He is selfish, flamboyant, and acts as if the world revolves around him. Samantha? But you're still partnered with him. I am. I am okay with Karma's company. Most of the people judge and shun me. But Karma hasn't done that, and he's even mentioned enjoying my company. I have become more tolerant of him, too. Oh, Princess. Waltz's eyes light up, and I see him pointing ahead to a crowd of people gathered around the center of the town. A woman stands in the middle of the crowd telling people's fortunes. We should go see if we can get our fortunes told. Come on. The crowd around the woman only grows larger until nearly half of the plaza has been taken up. I find myself pushed around in the crowd as I try to follow Waltz. The crowd is dense, though, and in no time at all I have lost him. Waltz! I call for him, but I do not see him over the dozens of people in front of me. I will wait for him at the outskirts of the crowd. He should be able to find me. I make my way out of the crowd into the edges of an alleyway. But Waltz still does not appear. 10 minutes go by, and I consider walking back into the crowd when I hear a voice behind me. Are you looking for someone, madam? Oh my god, did he get kidnapped? Oh my god, he got kidnapped. I feel someone grab my hand. I slap them away and take a step back. When I turn, I find a man standing behind me in the alleyway. He got kidnapped! Didn't mean to startle you. What do you want? I want to help you return to the palace, Princess Samantha. What? You know who I am? I do, Princess, and I can lead you back to the palace. What is happening here? Who are you? Someone who's working for the king. I don't trust that. But the king does not remember me. The only people that would remember me are witches, fairies, and those with the curse. So who exactly is this man? Don't trust that. Me neither. What is this? You're lying. Yeah, you're lying. Princess, why would I ever lie to you? Now come, I'm sure everyone at the palace will be very happy to see you. This is sketchy as hell. What is going on? The man grabs my hand roughly and begins trying to pull me through the alleyway. The first thing I try to do is scream, but the man clamps his free hand over my mouth! The crowd is getting farther from us, and no one can see us in the shadows. Princess, I swear on my word, I'm bringing you back to the palace. Oh, fight back or wait for an opening. Okay, so the smarter move is definitely wait for an opening, right? They wouldn't phrase it like that. They wouldn't give us these options if that wasn't the smarter move, right? He will be expecting me to fight back. I have to hold my ground until there's an opening. What would Jurian and Garland do in this situation? Ooh, good question. Nice and obedient. Yeah, I don't know. I don't even want to read this. This is gross. This is gross. The man walks me down the alleyway, his hold on me still tight. I am forced to walk with him until we get to a dead end. Now where was that passageway he was talking about? Now's my chance. What's this I see before me? Oh, Karma! I look up to see Karma standing on the rooftop right above us in his disguise, holding a sword, a broad grin on his face. I knew he would show up to save me. I knew that would happen. Just for that, you should have fought, yeah. Madam, you might hurt yourself playing with that sword. You might want to put it down. What's this, sir? Do you feel threatened by me? You should. Karma jumps down from the building and raises his sword in front of him. His eyes are angry, his earlier jovial personality fallen away. Anyone that attacks a lady has to pay for the crime. Karma rushes forward, moving faster than I can see, even in his long dress. The glint of the sword causes the man to fall backwards, losing his grip on me. I hope we get a CG of this. I want to see a CG of Karma with his sword, dressed as a woman. I step back from the man's hold and watch as Karma points his sword at the man's neck. Now, I have a sword and you do not. Do you really want to test your luck, sir? This isn't worth it. The man runs off, leaving me alone with Karma in the alleyway. Okay, but what was that about, though? Like, why? What was that? What's this? You were a lot cockier just a few moments ago. I breathe out slowly as relief washes over me. There's Waltz. Okay, what is going on? And also, I am so getting flashbacks to earlier. Waltz approaches from where the man had run. So did you meet the coward fellow on your way here? I bumped into a man who looked as if he was running from death. Oh my, I feel oddly accomplished. Karma and Waltz's voices become faded and indistinct as my vision blurs. I am suddenly light on my feet. All the adrenaline from earlier has dissipated into thin air. I feel tired. Princess. This is... I feel like I'm in a time loop. This is what happened earlier. Before I can collapse, I feel arms pulling me back up. Rest easy, Princess Samantha. I close my eyes and fall into blackness. When I wake up, Anise is setting a tray of food down on my bedside table. She does not notice as I rise slowly from bed. Anise. Oh, Princess, you're up. We were worried about you. Lady Delora and Lady Parfait said you were just out because of shock, but still, how long have I been asleep? Just a few hours, Princess. Don't worry about chores for now. Lady Delora says that if you're feeling better later, you can use Mr. Broom. Just thinking about using Mr. Broom gives me a headache. Where are Karma and Waltz? Waltz is scouting the town looking for the man that captured you. And Karma? I think he might be in his room, Princess. He's got patrol tonight, so he's resting a little bit. If he has patrol tonight, that must mean he was resting this morning, too. How did he know I needed help? Do you need anything, Princess? No, I'm going to visit Karma. What? To thank him? However he knew, if Karma hadn't been there, things would not have ended so well. What was going on? So Karma knew what was going on, and that guy knew who I was, and what was he trying to do? Where was he trying to take me? What was going on there? What was that? And then where was Waltz the whole time? Yes. That's sweet, Princess. Oh, Lady Delora wants to talk to you about what happened when you're feeling up to it. Okay. I wait until Anise leaves the room before I follow after her. It is only after I exit my room that I realize I do not know where Karma's room is. Anise must have assumed that I already knew with us being partners and all. It's fine, I do not need Anise's assistance for this. I can find Karma's room on my own. It takes me some time, but eventually I find a room with his name on the door in careful flowery letters. It suits him. I simply open the door without thinking to knock. Uh-oh. You should have knocked! What the hell? What, is that a tattoo? Do you think that has something to do with this curse? Like maybe like, you know, I got the necklace and he got like a magical tattoo? I expected to find Karma lying in bed, but instead he is standing in front of a mirror changing his clothes. Princess? Oh. I do not think I've ever seen a shirtless man before. Oh, indeed. He turns to me, and the realization that he is standing there just in his pants hits me hard in the stomach. My face feels incredibly uncomfortably warm. Why are you just standing there? Put on your clothes. And then I notice the large tattoo on his chest. It is a rose and snared by many vines. I stare at it for a few moments before Karma puts a hand there to conceal it. It's rude to come into a lady's room unannounced, you know. He keeps saying things like this. And like, at this point, Karma, you can just admit it's not a curse thing. Karma slips his usual dress on carefully over his head, then approaches me. Is this just my room, but flipped? I take a step back without realizing. Karma raises an eyebrow, then smiles at me mischievously. It's a familiar look, but it rattles me more now than it ever has before. Oh, so he's... Ooh. He doesn't have the makeup on. My princess, you're as red as a tomato. Are you okay? Oh, wow. Yeah, look at her. She is, like, blushing. We've got, like, a blushing, like, sprite of her. Does this man always need to point out the obvious? I'm fine. There is no need to shout, darling. Now, what did you come here for? To see me, the beautiful Karma? Does everything always have to revolve around you? Dude, speak for yourself! Well, you are breaking into my room. Yeah. I am barely able to stifle a sigh. Well? I cross my arms and frown at him. His smile makes it harder to get my next words out. I came here to thank you. Ooh, she's thanking someone. Do my ears deceive me? What did you say, princess? Princess? Thank you for saving me. You are quite welcome, princess. It was my pleasure. I should leave. Wait, what? I turn to leave, but Karma grabs my hand and pulls me back. But princess, don't you owe me something? What? So Karma was expecting something in return after all. I should have known. I think you owe me an apology. You did come into my room unannounced after all. True, true. What is he talking about? Since you broke into my room, I demand you help me with my makeup. Then I will forget your transgression. Ooh, we're gonna get a cute little Cute little makeup scene. Cute little doing each other's makeup, like that one meme of the two girls where the one girl's like doing the other girl's mascara. Your makeup? Yes, darling. I thought you were resting because you were going on patrol tonight. Resting? Nonsense. I have much to do. My makeup earlier was so messy that I washed my face in order to reapply it. Yeah, I noticed that you didn't have makeup on. I cannot believe I'm going to agree to this. Fine. I hope we get a CG of this. Ah, what a splendid day today is. Come, princess, let's do this by a mirror. Karma pulls me over to the mirror where I can see both of our faces reflected. He has a surprising variety of makeup on the dresser beside him. See, this is what I'm saying. I understand that it's a disguise for curse reasons, but if that's all that it is, then why do you have such a variety of makeup that you so eagerly use? I do not even care that much for my appearance. Why am I helping Karma with his makeup? Now, which feature on the face do you think is the most important one to highlight, princess? What? What are your eyes attracted to most on a person's face? When they're laughing, when they smile? Why is he asking me for my opinion on something so trivial? If someone was smiling, the first feature I would look at on their face would be... I don't think this choice matters, but you know what? I'm gonna save it anyway. I wonder if this choice does matter, because if it... I don't think it matters. I'm gonna say eyes. You always look at a person's eyes first, so the eyes? Eyes are the mirrors to your soul, as they say. Does that mean you always look into my eyes, princess? I knew that's where he was going with this. The minute he says that, I look into his eyes. Karma flutters his eyelashes at me, and I look back down and grumble. What was that, a trick? Oh, look at that face she's making. Made you look. What did you think? Think? Of my eyes. Do they draw you in? He's so flirty. I have never looked at Karma's eyes closely, but now that he keeps talking about them, I cannot help but look closer. Yeah, I like how green they are. His eyes are a pretty color. Yeah, that's what I was saying. You don't have to answer that, princess. I'm just kidding. Of course. Your eyes, on the other hand, are beautiful. You and Rumple really are the same person. You both spout nonsensical compliments. Nonsensical? Oh, princess, I'm so offended. I mean what I say, unlike that fool. Anyway, I'll let you choose the order of things. Fine. Just don't make me look like a clown, princess. I know how much you like to tease me, but I need to get out of here quickly today. If you need to leave quickly, shouldn't you do your makeup yourself? And miss the opportunity to have you help me? Nonsense. If I can, I'll have you help me with my hair some other time. The way you do yours is beautiful. Oh my gosh, he is so... Ooh, he's so flirty. I always put effort into my hair, as mother always emphasized the importance of looking like a princess. But I've never received a compliment on my hairstyle before. Wow. Karma gives me his makeup supplies, and I start layering the color on his face. When we are this close, I cannot help but carefully inspect every one of his features. I do not think I even did something like this with mother. You know, princess, I don't think I deserve your thanks. What? You saved me. I paused and raised an eyebrow at him. What? You've been helping me for a while, and I haven't helped you with your curse at all. What I did today was just coincidence. Yeah, he's definitely giving me riz. Karma has a lot of riz. Coincidence? I'd heard you went to town with Waltz, and so I followed you two. I only happened to catch what happened in the alleyway. Through that one picture with the girl supplying makeup? Yeah, that's what I said earlier. That's what I said earlier. You managed to see me even when there were many other people who didn't? I have good eyes, probably. Probably? It's not like you to be so humble. Samantha, I am once again offended. And why were you following us in the first place? You said you were too tired to go into town today. Yeah, this is suspicious. He's suspicious. I was worried? It was strange not accompanying you today. Worried? Why would you be worried? Karma looks puzzled for a few moments. He glances at himself in the mirror solemnly, then shrugs. Intuition, perhaps? Waltz mentioned something about feeling watched. Is there something that Waltz and Karma are watching out for that I am not? Yeah, he's hiding something from me. He's totally hiding something from me. Karma closes his eyes momentarily, and I take the opportunity to dust his eyes with eyeshadow. He does not seem to mind. Princess, you haven't spoken about what happened today with Delora or Parfait, have you? No, not yet. You came to thank me first? Yes. Oh. Karma falls into silence as I continue to work, sweeping blush on his high cheekbones. Princess, do you know anything about the man who tried to drag you away today? What does he know that he's not telling me? He knows something that he's not telling me. No, he said only that he worked for the king before telling me he would take me back to the palace. I wonder how he recognized you. I also wonder that. I was wondering that myself. How curious and alarming. The only ones who should pose a problem at this time are witches. Witches? What do they want to do with me? What do the witches want to do with me? Are witches targeting me because I'm the daughter? Well, I only mean that witches are the only ones who can see through our curses. Well, yeah, besides the fairies and the cursed. So that man spoke with a witch? It's possible. But why? Why would the witches want me back at the palace? Or is that man trying to lead me somewhere else? I have no clue what's going on. I don't know what's going on. I suppose either way the man couldn't have wanted to bring me back to the palace for a good reason. Is it possible that a witch gave a commoner a description of you? But then why would... Karma stops talking and looks up at me with something like sympathy. Sorry, I'm just running my head for ideas. Are the witches really so dangerous? And what do they want with me in the first place? Rest assured, Princess, we will figure this out. I nod my head slowly. I have a lot of questions for Delora and Parfait, but it is possible that even they might not know everything. I will need to think on my own as well, just in case they decide to keep more of their secrets. I look at Karma and shake my head. Next time, I will be more wary. I won't let myself be caught unaware. Before I realize it, Karma has his hand on my cheek and is staring at me solemnly. His eyes are as cold and unmoving as steel. Princess, there won't be a next time. That's what I said. Next time I'll make sure that you're definitely not alone. Had I been alone today, I might have actually been kidnapped. I know that, but I cannot show weakness. I just need to be more cautious. I am not some damsel in distress, you know. Having someone at your back is far more comforting. Even on a battlefield, knights fight better together. What's wrong? Nothing. He moves his hand away from my face and stands up sighing. His eyes look suddenly distant and his posture is stiff. I think we're about done here, right? Karma has so many secrets that he's hiding from me that I need to know. I haven't finished your makeup, though. Wait, why am I even concerned about that? Oh, sometimes simple is better. Or would you like me to sit back down? I do enjoy being pampered by you, Princess. I take it back. We are definitely done. Good. Thank you for your hard work. In an instant, the mood changes, and a bright smile once again graces Karma's face. As much as I hate to do this, I'm going to have to leave you, darling. I have business in town and then a patrol later tonight. I probably won't see you for the rest of the day, but... Thank you. He's thanking me for putting on his makeup? It was such a small thing. You're welcome. You already thanked me, though. Well, now you can tell I'm twice as thankful as the normal person. That doesn't make any sense, but it's Karma. A lot of the things he says do not make any sense. I leave the room with Karma, and he leaves the tavern as I go to find Parfait and Delora. The two of them are seated together in the reception, speaking in hushed voices when I arrive. They both pause to look up at me as I walk into the room. Well, well, if it isn't the princess. Took you long enough to come see us. Anise told us you were unharmed. We're glad to see you safe, princess. So, how about telling us what happened? When prompted, I tell them everything that transpired in the alleyway. The two listen and only exchange a solemn glance when I am done. Do you know something about all of this that I don't? Why would the witches be after me in the first place? I think I have a clue why the witches are after her. Okay, so they're going to tell her now, right? They're going to tell her who her mom is, right? You remember what we said about the... Yeah, okay. The Tenebrarum corrupting witches. Well, those witches don't like seeing curses broken. They meddle where they can because they can. Oh. So did they think that I was close to breaking the curse? That is why I cast a glamour on you when you arrived here so that you could remain hidden from magical eyes. I did it to protect you. To protect me? I feel like there's more to this that they are hiding, but I do not think any amount of convincing will get them to say anything. Forgive us, Princess. We're not entirely sure what's going on either, though if it was a human that captured you, he must be working with the witches somehow. Troublesome, to say the least, but we don't know the details yet. Give us some time to figure things out. Until we figure out who that man is and who he is working for, you need to have an escort with you out of the margin at all times. Do you understand? And once you figure it out, you will tell me? The two exchange another look, which only makes me more frustrated. They are obviously keeping secrets and right in front of me. We'll tell you once everything falls into place. Don't worry, Princess. We would never let you be put in any danger. The silence is what ends our conversation. I make my way back to my room, feet heavy. I feel like a fly caught in a spider's web. I try my best to clear my mind as I return to my room. It's pretty. The days go by slowly, and I make no progress with my curse. Yeah, okay, you say that every time. Karma is busy with the knights today, and Delora and Parfait are busy talking with Rumple about his curse in his room. Tonight is the perfect night to go and wander the town by myself. What? But didn't you just say... But I thought you weren't supposed to... You're gonna get kidnapped again. I need to see if I can find out anything about the witches and what is happening around the kingdom. Delora and Parfait are not going to tell me anything, and no one has wanted to take me out of the marching since the kidnapping attempt. These thoughts spiral helplessly in my mind as I sit at a table. I have just finished working for the day, and the activity in the marching is beginning to wind down. Garland stands at the door as the last few customers leave the marching. Jurian is walking around the room to make sure that there are no problems. Tonight is a great night to wander out into traffic. Out of the corner of my eyes, I notice two men pause halfway across the room to glance back at her. I can overhear their words from where I am. Shame that she's a knight, eh? She's the proud type, too proud to let a man dote on her. Bleeding shame indeed, but do you think if I tried to say something to her... Yeah, that... You two. Yeah, I was about to say, Garland's gonna... Yeah. Garland is suddenly standing behind the two men, an uncharacteristically dark glare on his face. Is there a problem? Doors are closing for the night. I'm going to ask you to please leave. No need to be so uptight, lad. We're on our way out now. The two men walk out, and Garland stands in the middle of the tavern area, glaring after them. He more or less pushed them out of the tavern. If Anise had seen that, she'd probably have scolded him. Garland? You okay? Of course. You think you can fool me? I've known you long enough to know that something's bothering you. Neither of the knights seem to notice me here. If they do, they ignore me. Jurian is still looking insistently at Garland, who looks down at the floor. Is he going to say something to her? Garland says nothing, though. He looks at a loss for words. Finally, Jurian reaches out and pokes his shoulder, and he looks up startled. Still the same as always, the silent, watchful knight. Only says things with certainty when he knows they're the truth. Even the princess is waiting for you to say something. Both knights turn to look at me, and Garland seems surprised. I raise an eyebrow at him, and he hurriedly looks away. Patrol is starting soon. I'll head out first. Okay, stay safe. Garland nods at her with a little smile before he leaves the tavern. Going to sleep soon, princess? I was just going to head up. I stand up and get ready to move up to my room, but stop once more to look at Jurian. Did you hear what those men were saying? Oh, about me being too proud or something? So she did hear them, but chose to say nothing. It doesn't bother me, they're right. I've been independent for a long time, and I would never think about pledging my safety to a man I barely know. I can take care of myself. Blunt and to the point, Jurian was really admired for that honesty in the palace. Oh, good evening, Corey. The only other men I've trusted before are my fellow knights, Garland most of all, since we've always been partners. Garland has to confess to her because she totally likes him back. She does not explain any further. I decide that it's for the better. The sooner everyone has cleared out, the sooner I can leave the marchin'. Tonight is the night I go looking for answers. Why would you do this? Why would you do this, Samantha? Sorry, Karma. But I can handle myself. No, you can't! I'm going to prove it tonight. I may not be able to fight, but I can still be cautious enough to not land myself into trouble. That is not true. That is literally not true. You are going to get kidnapped. Still, I do not happen to hear much of anything as I am exploring the town tonight. I should have brought along some kind of weapon, but then I would have had to steal a knife from the kitchen. I'm not a thief. What? You live there! Hours pass before I pass a tavern filled with knights. Deciding that I will at least listen to what is happening at the palace, I linger by the open door and listen to what the men are saying. I hear that young Fritz is having a hard time of it. I feel bad for the lad. Even Sir Alcaster thinks he's gone mad. Well, he does keep talking about a princess that doesn't exist. Oh! So the knight, Fritz, remembers me? He knows that I exist? Do you think that he's trying to find me? That's interesting. He remembers me? Oh! It must be because he's cursed, right? So Fritz must have some kind of curse, and therefore he remembers me, and he doesn't know where I am and he wants to find me. Okay, he must have some kind of curse. I don't know what his curse is, but he is cursed, and therefore he remembers me. He knows that I'm out there. Fritz still remembers me, but how? It's because he's cursed. He must have a curse. Even his father is growing wary of his babbling. Sir Mithros forced him on a break the other day. He didn't seem happy. Well, Sir Mithros must think he's crazy too. Poor Fritz. Can you keep a secret? The knights look at each other, and I lean as close as I possibly can. Apparently, the boy spoke some truth, though Sir Alcaster doesn't quite believe it. He's looking for the daughter of the previous queen. So if Fritz is looking for me because he knows that I exist, then did the guy who tried to kidnap me and take me back to the palace, was he working for Fritz? Maybe, but I think that I don't know. I think that if that was the case, then he would have said that, right? Because he said, like, oh, you know, the king's waiting for you and whatever. Like, why? I don't know. But, okay, that's my guess right now. That's my prediction right now. Fritz is looking for me, and that's why that guy tried to kidnap me, because Fritz is trying to get me back. I don't know. That's my guess. Yeah, the witch had a daughter? The witch? The previous queen? Are they talking about Mother? How dare they call her a witch? This is where she's finding out. She's finding out. She knows she's gonna learn that her mom's a witch. Apparently she did, though I don't ever remember such a girl. This is top secret stuff. I just happened to wrestle this out of one of the lackeys looking for her. What would Sir Alcaster need this girl for? Ooh. He's gonna use my witch powers like my mom did? I'm assuming she's dangerous and that they want to get rid of her. Are they talking about me? I'm curious. How are we supposed to find this imaginary princess anyway? Does she have any features? Aye, they described her features. Last man who went looking for her said she wore a special pendant around her neck. I should get out of here. I turn to leave the tavern, but my cloak snags on the door and falls to the floor, tripping me up in the process. No! I end up falling halfway into the tavern where the chatter abruptly stops. Is this... Oh, a lady. The knights that were talking approach me. One of them picks up my cloak. I attempt to grab my cloak from their fingers, but they pull it away from me and I stumble into one of them. Madam. He moves to take my hand and then stops when he sees my face. Her face! And a necklace! You think she was spying on us? Witch! One of the knights grabs me by the wrist and pulls me toward him. He is far stronger than the man in the alleyway was. Unhand me right now. I am no witch. Then there should be no problem. We're just going to take you in, and if there's some big misunderstanding, we'll repay you ourselves, miss. I knew something like this was going to happen to her. She's stupid. Now let me go. This behavior is not befitting of a knight. Come now, miss. Let's go back quietly. Try to fight them or try to convince them. I think... So I have a feeling that try to fight them probably isn't going to work because we know that my girl can't fight. We know that Samantha can't fight. So let's try to convince them. Fighting back is useless when I am outnumbered. I have to try convincing them that I am not who they think I am. You're mistaken, sirs. I happen to overhear your conversation, and assuring I am some imaginary princess is unreasonable. The knights look at each other. You know, she has a point. She was listening in on our conversation. That's clearly suspicious. Did you not hear what I just said? I happened to overhear it, nothing more. You were cloaked as if you were trying to hide your features. Being out at night without a cloak is a sure way to draw attention to a lady such as myself. You know, she has a point. Stop saying that, man. Then, ma'am, there should... Oh, it worked? There should be no problem with us taking you back to the palace. Oh. Okay. I don't think either of those was going to work. Probably neither choice would have worked. If we are mistaken, we'll clear up the misunderstanding and pay you handsomely. Come on, let's take her to the palace. The knights lead me out onto the empty streets. Why? Why did I have to be so stubborn? I mean, Fritz wouldn't do anything bad to me, though, right? Like, because Fritz cares about me. And he wants to find me because he likes me. So, like, I don't know. Like, is being taken to the palace that bad of a thing? Because Fritz is looking for me out of concern, you know? I don't know. The knights continue pulling me down the path until we come to a narrow street. Everyone who sees us walks away to avoid the knights. There is fear in their eyes. But I've done nothing wrong. Ma'am, if it makes you feel any better, we're risking our rank on this as well. I don't know. I'm suspicious of... Who goes there? Oh! Here he is! I look up and notice Karma's familiar figure walking towards us. What is he doing here, and why isn't he in his disguise? Gentlemen, I ask you to unhand that woman. As a knight, I would be ashamed to be seen treating a lady so terribly. And who are you? Her husband! His what? Unhand her, gentlemen, or taste my blade. Sir, we were just going to take her to the palace to... I will give you on the count of 3. One knight keeps his grip on me as the other draws his sword. I stare at Karma, who continues to count though the knight attacks him before his sword leaves his sheath. Karma and the knight trade blows, but it is Karma that comes out victorious. His blade slides past the knight's shoulder, distracting him enough to give Karma the opening he needs. Karma reaches back with his free hand to knock the knight out with a blow to the head. It may just be my imagination, but for a few moments I think I see the knight's blade glimmer across the surface of Karma's hand before he falls. The knight holding me up holds his hands in surrender. I yield, sir. It seems no matter how this situation turns out, you are dishonorable. But please, sir. Karma knocks him out and then stands beside me as he sheaths his sword. Wow. Karma, a few moments, Samantha. Karma spent some time forcing a potion from a vial down each of the knight's throats. What? What potion did he give them? I wonder if it's like a memory potion. Like, they're gonna wake up and not remember me. I watch him quietly, fearing that he might have killed them, but the knights only seem to be asleep. A potion that Parfait gave me. It will make the men forget they ever saw you. Okay, I was right. When Karma stands again, I notice the glimmer of blood on his hand and stare. You're hurt. It's nothing. I am sorry. Come on, princess. Let's go back. He pulls me right out onto the main street and does not let go of my hand. I cannot bring myself to speak. Karma has saved me twice now. I'm pretty sure he's saved me 3 times now. Not only that, but this time he is injured. He says it's nothing, but his bloodied hand does not move at all. Oh. Why do I have to be so stubborn and insist I can handle myself? I did not speak for a long time. Ew. Children. Eventually, I notice people start to stare. Oh, I sounded like Faye there. Though before long, the staring grows worse. Young women Oh. Okay, because he's not in his disguise. Young women begin following us, giggling from behind. I turn to Karma, who looks like he hasn't slept in days. Karma. Sorry, princess, but I'm not in the mood to talk. Those girls are walking right behind us. This is... his curse? Karma. Samantha, I just said I am in no mood to talk. Did you not hear me? We are being followed. He stares behind us, almost stupidly, then laughs hollowly when the girls see his face. They start to rush towards us, their voices rising and blending together into horrendous cacophony. Karma is not moving, though. He looks resigned. Maybe he's too tired to realize what he wants to do. I tighten my grip on Karma's hand and pull him away, my pace quickening to a run as the girls chase after us, screaming at me angrily for taking Karma away from them. Samantha, what are you doing? Getting us out of here. Samantha. I lead him through the town and into little nooks and crannies where we managed to lose some of the crowd. Karma often led me through some of the spaces as shortcuts. Waltz knew them too. Once we are alone again, I stop, falling to my knees and letting go of Karma's hand as I catch my breath. That really was a curse, having to run away from so many mindless women. That was difficult. Samantha? What? I did not mean to snap, but the tiredness is pressing on me too. Alone again! You helped me out of that. Of course I did. Why would I want to be chased by girls? You could have left me behind and gone on alone. Instead, you helped me. You helped me too. I guess I paid you back. Though to be honest, I wasn't even thinking about repaying him for saving me. I just knew that I didn't want Karma to be stuck trying to fend off all those girls. Does that count as a good deed? There's no way that's going to count as a good deed, right? I don't think that's good enough to count as a good deed. He was right about his curse. That is terrible. I just realized something. Karma kneels down beside me and waits for me to speak. My curse has people forget me, and yours has strangers become fascinated with you. It's almost like our curses are opposites of each other, and yet, we both feel equally alone. Yet we seem so similar. My eyes widen when I realize what I just said. We are similar, aren't we? Oh, this is cute. They're cute. He holds out his good hand to me, and I let him lead me back to the tavern through the abandoned alleyways. My feet are heavy, and all I want to do is sleep, but suddenly Karma is standing before me, his face grave. Samantha, I have to thank you for helping me earlier. I'm sorry I froze like that and made it more difficult on you. It was so sudden, and I was so tired I had no motivation to move. Shouldn't I be thanking you? I'll accept your thanks, even though I wish you didn't have to thank me in the first place. You should not have gone out on your own when you knew how dangerous it could be for you. I am sorry. I'll accept your apology too, because I lost sleep over this. I have no words for how I feel right now. Princess. Oh! Karma reaches for my hand again, and this time he holds it up and kisses the back of it. Ooh! Suddenly, all of my tiredness falls away. You really are a handful. but a delightful handful. I'm going to bandage this hand and then rest. We'll speak later about all of this, okay? But the blood. The bleeding stopped on its own, Samantha, but it does need to be treated. Don't worry, it'll be fine. Are you sure? As sure as I can be. I don't lie, not even for the sake of a pretty lady. Karma let my hand go as soon as we enter the margin and then bows politely to me before heading back to his room. I watch him go, my mind whirling. Does he usually kiss women's hands? Look, that made her blush. No, I don't think so. Well, chapter 6. All right, we're gonna do this chapter 2. You really are a handful, but a delightful handful. His words keep repeating in my head. I cannot stop hearing his voice and feeling his lips on my hand. My face feels warm, and every time I think about his words, my heartbeat feels unsteady. I really have to stop thinking about that. Karma is karma, and he puts on that overly polite act with everyone. But then I'm pretty sure I've never seen him do something like that with another person. I'll just go downstairs and stop thinking about all of this. I need to tell Parfait and Delora what happened. Because of the time I'd returned to the margin yesterday, I never spoke to anyone about what happened. Maybe someone's downstairs. Someone usually is. I leave my room and make my way downstairs to the reception. It is quiet when I enter, but not as silent as I thought it would be. Karma is sitting at one of the tables, speaking quietly with Parfait and Delora. His injured hand is sitting on the table, bandaged. I cannot help but stare at it, my heart plummeting. His injury is my fault. Yeah, it is! I'm glad that she apologized. I'm glad that she recognized that she did wrong by going out when she knew she shouldn't have. So you have yet to hear the entire story? No, I'm afraid I'm not quite privy to the information Waltz has. Is that correct? Waltz has been directly involved in this far longer than you have. What? Waltz has been involved in what? What about Waltz? Princess, you're up early. They all turn to look at me as I stand at the table. Karma still looks tired and is not in his dress. He looks somber, but still smiles at me. Samantha, how nice of you to join us. When did he start saying my name without my title? Oh yeah, Princess Samantha. Samantha, you've run into a lot of different mishaps this week, haven't you? I thought you would be stubbornly avoiding work. Instead, you go out of your way to get yourself into trouble. This involves me directly. How would I not be curious? You've also been irresponsible, sneaking out without any of us knowing. I have the freedom to do whatever I want to. I even wore a cloak to... Oh no, the cloak. I left it at the bar. Uh-oh. I feel a nudge at my arm, and Karma is holding out my cloak with a tired smile. Oh! You went back to get this? When? Yesterday, when you were still in bed. You've been running yourself dry these last few days, Karma. It's nothing. Thank you. What's this? Our ice princess is thanking someone? Why is that something so strange? Oh, come now. She's not so icy. Samantha has more fire than anything. She's filled with unbridled passion and confidence. Confidence that has gotten me nowhere so far. Don't look so dour, Samantha. You've become quite the accomplished woman. Karma gestures toward me, and I flush, unsure of what he is talking about. Then I notice Delora's eyes are on me, too. Oh, Parfait, do you see that? What are they looking at? I reach down to grab my necklace. Oh! So it did count as a good deed. Her saving him from the women? Oh. So, yeah, okay, so her saving him from the women did count as a good deed. I don't think that should have counted, but whatever. Whatever. Not my magic rules. When did this happen? Princess, you didn't realize that there was an extra piece to your necklace? Congratulations, Princess Samantha. You're a step closer to breaking your curse. I feel proud. I only ever felt this way around Mother. She did me a great favor yesterday. If not for Samantha, I might have suffocated beneath a pile of very excited women. Wait, helping Karma escape was a good deed? Apparently. Yeah, I didn't think it should be either, but whatever. She was selfless. He's not even mentioning the injury he got protecting me. Parfait and Delora are both smiling, but the cheerful mood does not last long. What were you all talking about before I came down? About your kidnapping. Well, kidnappings, both of them. It looks like we have a serious problem on our hands. What do you know about this? What does Waltz know that I don't? Princess, it's more about what everyone else knows that you don't. Oh, this is funny to me, that everybody knows that her mother is... Thank you. Everybody knows that her mother is the, like, witch queen, and all this. Everybody knows this. And it has been kept secret from her this entire time. And they're all like, yeah, this girl's a witch. Her mom was a witch. Her mom was the witch queen. Well, let's just not tell her. Like, I can't believe everybody knows this and she doesn't. And they're all keeping this from her. This is silly. I love it. But everyone else knows? I feel anger begin to simmer inside of me. Even though he looks apologetic, he says it so casually. What are you all hiding from me? Let's gather everyone later, shall we? I think Walt might want to be here for this too. What does Walt have to do with this? Oh, Samantha and I always say the same things. What does Walt have to do with any of it? Be patient, princess. You've already waited this long. What's another few hours? I have no choice but to agree when Parfait and Delora refuse to say anymore, but I am not happy about it. I spend the rest of my time doing idle chores around the tavern. I do a round of sweeping with Mr. Broom and mindlessly organize some of the bottles. What does that say about you? Oh, don't say that. Don't say that. I cannot believe everyone knows something about me that I don't. Yeah, it's really funny. It's really funny that this big, important piece of information about her identity, her mother's identity, everybody knows this. Every single person in this entire kingdom knows this information except her. In other stories, I would think that's a plot hole. In this story, knowing this character, knowing the fact that she's been locked up for 4 years, knowing how everybody tiptoes around her and how everyone's so nice to her, no, it makes sense. This makes perfect sense. Maybe they would have told you if you weren't evil. Exactly. This is everything that happens, every bad thing that happens to Samantha is her own fault. But now I'll find out the entire story. Maybe it will answer some of the questions I have. But why are they keeping things about me a secret to begin with? Delora gathers everyone in the tavern to discuss the kidnappings. I decided to sit in between Welts and Karma. So we have a story to tell. Story time, huh? I don't suppose this would be a romance, would it? Stupid character. How can you stand to make comments like that constantly? How can you stand to live a lie? Stupid characters. The two glare at each other across the table, but Delora silences them. Dolores starts with a story about the Great War, one that I have already heard so many times I can recite it myself. What does any of this have to do with me? Because of the fairy tales, witches like myself are punished for simply existing. Our leader, the Tenebrorum Bearer, oh, I wonder who that is. I wonder who the Tenebrorum Bearer is, was a kind witch that was overtaken by the grief that our people suffered. She was driven so far into madness that she created the fairy tale curse to punish humans and make them suffer as the witches had. Guys, where do you think this is going? What do you think she's about to reveal? And when that wasn't enough, she committed the ultimate taboo. She killed a human. Wait, I don't think I heard this. The Tenebrorum Bearer killed a human? Who is that? Who did she kill? Who would my mom have killed? Yeah, okay, who did she kill? I tried to stop her, but by the time I thought to act, it was too late. Knowing that Delora and Parfait were involved in the Great War makes it seem more real. But wasn't the Tenebrorum Bearer killed? How can the fairy tale curse continue to spread if she is dead? Oh my god, what if she's still alive? I believe that the Tenebrorum Bearer sacrificed the last bit of her life to continue powering the Tenebrorum. Whoa, crazy. All to ensure that the remaining witches could continue spreading the fairy tale curse. My mom sacrificed herself to make sure that humans would suffer. That is crazy. That is a crazy story. Is none of this ringing a bell for you? She's like, really? You don't remember this? You don't remember the fact that your mom was an evil dictator? You don't remember your mom being an evil dictator and sacrificing herself so that she could continue all human suffering? That's so funny. What are you talking about? Most clueless girl in the world. She really did erase your memories. Okay. This explains some things. Because at this point, I'm all like, okay, like, there's no way. Yeah, I did wonder if she did that, TBH. Okay, yeah, that explains a lot. Because, you know, this mom did so much, and apparently I was involved in some sort of way, and everybody knows about this, and, like, this is, like, such a big thing to hide from me. This is, like, so important that it does not surprise me at all that magic was involved. It does not surprise me at all that she erased my memories. We know for a fact that this is a type of magic that exists in this universe, and, that explains a lot, because she just did so many things that it's like there's no way that she possibly could have hidden this from me for so long when this is something that everyone knew. So this explains a lot. That explains a lot. The fact that she erased my memories. Okay. That, like, any plot holes that I thought were going on here, like, that's solved because we've got memory erasing magic. Erase? The witch who died, the Tenenbaum bearer, was your mother, Princess Samantha! Oh my god! I would never have figured this out! What? The little blockade, what? Can I do it? What? What? For some reason, I turned to look at Karma, who is one of the only people who doesn't look away from me. Oh. She immediately turns to look at Karma. She trusts Karma. I grew up outside of this kingdom, but even I knew of the terrible witch. Hildyr. Hildyr. You expect me to believe any of this? What? My mother was... She wasn't a witch. I would remember that. I would remember that, says the girl who was just told that her memories were erased. Well, you would if you had memories of the war. Yeah, exactly. You would remember that if you had your memories, but your memories were erased, bestie. And the years before that. Under Hildyr's rule, the palace was a dark place. The king didn't have any real power until Hildyr was defeated. That goes for the rest of us, too. We were slaves to Hildyr. Delora's eyes flickered to Waltz. It's the truth. Waltz knows because he's also a witch. Okay, I'm gonna be honest, up until this point, I thought that witches were only women. Because that generally isn't that how the word witch is used. Like, I'm pretty sure, and then male witches are called warlocks. So I assumed, because we've only seen female witches, I assumed that all witches were female. And I thought that was confirmed earlier, because when that guy tried to kidnap me, it was like, what, he would only know who you were if he was a witch, so he must have so a witch must have talked to him. So I'm like, oh, okay, so men can't be witches. But no, I guess men can be witches. He experienced Hildyr's command over the witches firsthand as well. Okay, so men can be witches. That is something that we just learned. Whatever. Waltz is a witch? Sorry for keeping it a secret, Princess. It's not as if I can use much magic anymore anyway. Not when I'm cursed. Okay, wait, that's another question. Witches can be cursed? I thought that my mom invented the fairy tale curse to curse humans. How can witches be cursed? So witches can be humans and... sorry, no, wait. Witches can be men, and also witches can be cursed. Witches can be cursed? How does a witch get the Neverland curse? Whatever, okay. I mean, it's not contradicting any information that we've learned so far. I just think it's weird. I just wouldn't think that a witch could be cursed. This is just another secret of many. It seems everyone is hiding something. Everyone was freed after Hildyr's reign. Witches, fairies, and humans alike. The king was even able to marry Ophelia, the woman he always truly loved. Oh, he loved her from the beginning. Then why was he with Hildyr? So it has always been Ophelia that he truly loved. Was that the reason I never felt any love from him? Because I was my mother's daughter? Yeah, probably. He gave up on me. No, dear, I don't think he gave up on me. My voice is too loud in the reception area. I feel it crack beneath the pressure, and suddenly I want to cry. But Mother told me so many times not to cry. The king gave up on me. But Mother didn't. Mother would tell me this was all a lie. She would tell me not to trust anyone. They must be lying. I turned to Karma. For some reason, I trust him more than I trust Delora or Parfait. Is this the truth? I was told the story of Hildyr and her daughter Samantha. They said you were the picture of elegance, but that you shared your mother's icy nature. But I don't think that's true at all. If Hildyr was ice, then you most certainly are a warm fire. Aww. If my mother was a witch, then... what does that make me? Good question! That's what I was wondering. Because, you know, am I her successor? Am I also a witch? Am I gonna be the next Tenenbaum bearer? That's a good question, Samantha. You're a witch as well! Whether or not you were ever taught to use magic, on your upcoming birthday, you will become the Tenenbaum bearer? No way. You guys really waited until the last minute to tell me this. So I'm 17 right now, so does that mean that you become the Tenenbaum bearer when you're 18? It's like getting the right to vote. Do you realize how ridiculous this all sounds? Me, a witch? The king never said anything. And now I cannot even ask him if this is the truth because I'm cursed. Why would you even curse me? Okay, so witches can be cursed. And I know this because I'm cursed and Boy is cursed. They really procrastinated a group project like this. We didn't want a repeat of the tragedy, Samantha. I sat on your shelves for almost a year, princess. There was ice in your heart, and if you had inherited the Tenenbaum in this state, who knows what would have happened? Yeah, obviously. Obviously they want to make me not evil, because I'm going to inherit the Tenenbaum, and I'm just going to be exactly like my mom. They should have done this sooner. They really, really should have done this sooner. They saw me. They were like, okay, there was this evil witch who enslaved us. This is her daughter, who she manipulated to be exactly like her, and who now acts exactly like her. And she is going to inherit the Tenenbaum and become just like her mother in less than a year. Let's just do nothing about it. They really should have done this sooner. They really, really should have done something sooner. Then why didn't you just tell me any of this? Laura and Parfait looks at each other before dropping their gazes to the ground. If we had told you before, would you have even bothered to listen? The king must have tried to do the same thing, and look how that turned out. You shut out everyone who ever tried to tell you about Hildyar's true nature. Yep. That is probably true. Even now I'm having trouble believing that they are telling me the truth. Yep. The whole world feels as if it's collapsing around me. I need to escape. I need to go out and be somewhere else, but why are the witches looking for me? You are the heir to the Tenenbaum. No doubt the evil witches want you on their side so they can continue wreaking havoc in Angiel with the fairy tale curse. Okay, yeah, that makes sense. That's what I was expecting. So the good guys want me so that they can make me good. The bad guys want me so they can make me bad. Okay, pretty straightforward. The men that were looking for Samantha were not witches, though. They were knights. Yeah. Perhaps the witches and the knights are working together? This must be part of Alcaster's scheme to steal the throne. Ah, I see. What are you talking about? The reason why Garland and I left the Order of Caldria was because the king did not believe us about Alcaster's coup. How would he know of the princess's identity, though? Anyone who isn't a witch, a fairy, or isn't cursed shouldn't be able to remember her. But now we know that it's not just the witches looking for the princess, but the knights of the Order of Caldria as well. They definitely have a description of her from someone. Samantha? Karma reaches out a hand to touch my shoulder, and I flinch back before standing up. I cannot speak about this now. I want to be alone. Let her go. She'll need a lot of time to think. I leave everyone sitting at the table as I try to process the whirling thoughts in my mind. Hildyar, my mother, the only person I ever thought loved me, was the Tenenbaum bearer, a witch, the first witch to kill a human. The witch that started the fairy tale curse. All this time I thought Mother was the only one who cared, but what if she never did? I stay in my room for a long time, trying to process everything I have been told. Dang. Days go by before I decide to leave the tavern again to watch Karma practice with the knights. These last few days have felt hollow. Maybe seeing the normal practices will help me feel better. Maybe it will make things feel like nothing's changed. When I arrive at the forest, however, only Karma is standing in the clearing. He's staring through the trees as if he sees something there, but his expression is solemn, almost sad. Eventually he sighs, shaking his head before turning in my direction. Samantha. I prepare myself for a response, but find that no words come to mind. I have not spoken to Karma since the talk about Mother and witches, and any of the ease I felt with him before has slipped away. Still, I came here on my own, and I cannot just stand here being mute. I say the first thing that comes to mind. Where are Jurian and Garland? I'll only train with Garland. Jurian is on patrol duty tonight. He'll be here later. I just came early. It seems you did, too. Samantha, are you okay? I'm sorry I haven't been by to see you. It's not as if you owe that to me. I don't owe it to you, but I truly wanted to. I've just been busy these past few days scouting the town for information. As much as I want you to come with me, why would you ever have wanted to pair up with someone like me anyway? Why, Princess, that's because you're... I am bitter and cold, and even though I want to change, all I can think about is myself. But now, I want to change because I do not want to be the same as my mother. Isn't that selfish? Maybe so, but I believe you are being selfish for the right reasons. Ooh. Ooh. Being selfish for the right reasons? Ooh. An entirely selfless person can't survive in this world. Before we can make others happy, we have to be happy ourselves. Ooh. Ooh. Oh, I think he's got a point there. Happy ourselves? Yes, an angry person holds resentment towards everyone, and it mars whatever good deeds they seek to do. That is why I cannot complete my good deeds. Yeah. Wrong, you've already got one done. Yeah, that's true, you got one. Recognizing the need for change is always a good thing, Samantha. Regardless of the motivation, you are trying to become a better person. That is what matters. Yeah, like if she's trying to become a better person, yeah, you know what, yeah, that makes sense to me. He takes a step toward me, then puts his hands on my shoulders and leans down until I can look right into his eyes. Karma's serious expression startles me as much as his touch. It is never too late for anyone to change. You taught me that. What? I taught him that? Why, does he want to change? What? How could I have taught Karma anything? Do you mind if I tell you a story, Samantha? Heck yeah, story time. I want to hear more about Karma. He's standing too close. Don't move. I'm gonna save first. I want to save before every decision, even if it doesn't matter. Don't move. With his face so close, all I can do is stare right into his eyes. Karma's hands tighten on my shoulders, and for a few moments I feel a slight panic rising in my chest. Then Karma steps away from me with a rough shake of his head. Karma? Next time I do that, Samantha, feel free to push me away. What? It's better that way. What, does he think that he's gonna use his magic on me? Because he can't do that. I'm cursed. What does he mean by that? You never answered. Will you listen to my story? Yes. All right. Once upon a time, in a land far, far away, there lived a crown prince from a kingdom called Brigantia. So he is a prince? He is a prince? He is a prince, isn't he? Brigantia is one of the neighboring kingdoms, so this isn't make-believe? His name was Claude Adric Rinaldi Matthias Almonte. But because the name was such a mouthful, he settled for an acronym as a nickname, at least around the palace where it was acceptable. K-A-R-M-A. That is stupid. See, this is why I love this game, because the things that are stupid are, like, stupid in a like, so bad it's good way. Like, this is... My name is Claude Adric Rinaldi Matthias Almonte, so I shortened it to Karma. That is equally as funny as I named you Blake because you bring darkness into my life. That is funny, man. Claude Adric Karma? Prince Claude was a man who flaunted his beauty and talents to all that he met. He often used his title to get what he wanted. Okay, so he was punished for his vanity, but that doesn't make any sense. Why would you punish someone for their vanity by... You would punish someone for their vanity by making them cursed to be irresistible and hot? The way you stumbled over Blake. Because I didn't know whether to pronounce it Blake or Blake, okay? Prince Claude was a selfish man who felt he was entitled to everything that he had. He was vain and often left his castle unattended so that he could avoid his responsibilities. Then, one day, he chanced upon a beautiful maiden in the town square. He led her around the whole day, being as charming as he possibly could. And then at the end of the day, he asked the woman to be his lover. Oh, so this isn't talking about me. This is a thing that actually happened to him in the past with someone else. She agreed, but their time together did not last long. Why? Only weeks later, Prince Claude threw her away as one throws away an object and broke the woman's heart. Why? And she cursed him. Oh! Oh, she cursed him because he broke her heart. That beautiful maiden was a witch, but Prince Claude found out too late. The witch said she would make his beauty, his vanity, a curse. Ah! To make even beauty a curse. Ashamed of being cursed, Prince Claude donned a disguise and left his kingdom behind. He's been gone for nearly a year now, and most probably assume he is dead. Nearly a year? Okay, that's not as long as I thought. That's not as long as I assumed. Especially since 2 months of that year have been with me. So he was only here for 10 months before I got here. But in truth, the prince had come to Angiel seeking a way to break his curse. He had heard of a young lady named Samantha who, on her 18th birthday, could dispel any curse. Oh! Oh! Okay, so when I become the Tenebrarum bearer, I can dispel any curse. So hypothetically, if I choose to be good and I become the Tenebrarum bearer, then I can just cure everyone's curses, right? If Samantha knows this, then she should be really excited because she can just break her own curse, right? Is that what that means? That she can just break her own curse magically herself? Is that what that means? Or can you not use magic if you yourself are cursed? Because I think that boy said something about that. I didn't realize that being the Tenebrarum bearer meant that you could dispel any curse, but... Okay, so he came to find me because he wanted his curse gone. I'm gonna have the power to do that soon. Okay, I'm gonna have a lot of power all of a sudden. Karma. He looks so sad. I don't know how to comfort him. Claude? Oh. Is it okay to call him that? Karma. Claude turns a startling red as he stares at me, and for a few moments he does not speak. Then he bursts out laughing. I stare at him in shock, not understanding his reaction. I feel myself flush. Isn't that your real name? No, darling, it is, but hearing you say my name, well, it sounds so much softer out of your lips. I rather like it. My cheeks are warm again. How is it that he's always able to make me feel this way? I will call you by that name if it makes you happy. Let's make it a secret between the two of us. I'm still Miss Karma here. Besides, I'd rather you kept that name for my ears only. It makes me feel more special that way. Ooh. More special? At that moment, Garland shows up for practice, and Claude politely excuses himself. I watch the two of them trade blows. Claude favors his other hand, but his blows still come quickly, even with his injury. The more Claude tells me, the more I realize that he's, like me, a noble cursed for being selfish. Yeah, you guys are exactly the same. You guys are literally exactly the same. But how do I help break his curse? Why can't he tell me? I still stand by what I said earlier. It's definitely a true love thing. As practice is drawing to a close, Claude asks Garland the usual question. Have you confessed to Jurian yet? Garland only shakes his head in reply. The two men sheath their swords. Garland looks almost sad as he turns to make his way back to the tavern. He likes her and yet won't say anything. Why is that frustrating me so much? Garland? Yes, princess? You have to tell Jurian. You have to tell Jurian. You have to tell Jurian. Claude told me before that confessing is hard, but what Garland is going through looks even harder. Princess, you know I'm incapable. No, you think you're incapable, but if you never say anything to her, you'll never know. If I say something wrong, I risk losing everything that I already have with her. That's not true. That's not true. I feel like, am I in the wrong here? Like, I feel like she likes him enough that even if he, like, really, like, awkwardly confesses to her and she doesn't feel the same way, like, she'll still be like, whatever. I mean, we're still friends, you know? I don't feel the same way, but, like, we're still besties, you know? They're homies, right? Like, they're homies. They're bros. So, and if you say nothing, you risk losing what you could have with her. Yeah, exactly. Samantha's right. Oh! Claude liked that. Maybe you should really tell her, Garland. But before, Claude was adamant that Garland shouldn't confess to Jurian. What changed? If I mess this up... let's try looking at it through another lens. Imagine that Jurian is Samantha. How do you think she would like to be confessed to? I frowned at the two men, arms crossed. Excuse me? Well, you and Jurian are very similar. You're both very straightforward. Yeah, I guess so. Confess to the princess? My eyes move to Claude, but only fleetingly before they are once again on Garland. You just need to do something simple, Garland, something that will not rub her the wrong way. A maiden's heart is ever fragile, and each woman is different. Claude is wearing an amused smile on his face, but he is looking at me, not Garland. I feel my face flush and have to look away. Samantha, you're tomato red again. It's adorable. I cross my arms over my rapidly beating heart again and force a scowl on my face. No, I was just thinking about what Garland could do. Something simple, like when Karma kissed my hand, Garland kissing Jurian's hand is probably not a good idea. Maybe he could do what Claude and I did that one day in town. He can buy her some food and they can just talk. Garland, have you ever just asked Jurian out for food? Not alone. Jurian is practical and she always eats at the tavern. She's always on duty also always on duty if she's available. I'll take her patrol shift 2 nights from now then, and tomorrow you can ask her out for a meal. Yeah, like, just go on a date. We can make your invite a grand affair. We can drape banners on the walls, or I could give you a rose. That sounds like a terrible idea. I am offended. I feel like if I did something like that for Jurian, she would get embarrassed and punch me. Sounds like another lady that I know. Claude grins at me, but I just roll my eyes. Garland, just ask her normally, and then when you are out and alone together, you can confess. And we'll make sure you have the time to do it. I'll purposely come late to practice tomorrow night so you can ask her out for that date. How does that sound? You two really think I can do this? You just have to ask the question. Whatever follows will at least be an answer. Tomorrow night, then. Good man, I'm sure it will go swimmingly. Or I could drown. You won't drown, Garland. Garland excuses himself with a nervous smile before Claude turns to me expectantly with a mischievous grin. Now, Samantha, we'll come here early tomorrow and spy on them. We need to scope out a good spot. Spy on them? Of course, we need to make sure that our efforts pay off. I don't think we should. You don't want to see how it plays out? I mutely shake my head, unable to put my emotions into words. For some reason, I am imagining myself in Jurian's position. It feels too personal. Claude's likeliness suddenly springs into mind, and I feel my face grow hot again. Samantha, you've been oddly out of it today. Claude reaches out a hand toward me, then abruptly pulls away. I stare as he smiles at me, almost sheepishly. The conversation between us dies, and we return to the march-in. Days passed, and though I did not spy on the conversation between Jurian and Garland, I noticed that Garland has been smiling from ear to ear during his practice with Claude recently. I can only assume that his confession went well. Claude took the patrol shift tonight, and as I lie in bed, I am restless. Every time I watch Claude practice with Jurian and Garland, I'm reminded of the palace, of Fritz. I wonder how Fritz is doing. Is he still practicing with the other knights? My thoughts darken as I recall the kidnappings. Claude had to save me every single time. He got injured saving me. Unable to sleep, I slip out of bed and make my way to the reception room. The night air is cool, and no one stops me from standing just outside of the march-in. I cannot just sit back and do nothing anymore. I have to act. I do not want Claude to get hurt because of me again. Eventually, I see Claude approach. He looks tired and is moving more slowly than usual, but when he sees me, his lips quirk into a smile. Samantha, what are you doing out here tonight, love? Love instead of darling. That's new. Yeah, that's weird. I've never heard him say that. He always says darling. Hello, Claude. His face is dark red again. If you're using my real name, I suppose you've come to ask for something serious? How could he know that? I do need to ask something of you. Well, if you need a shoulder to cry on, I'm right here, love. What? Oh, is this not about... Never mind. I'm asking if you will be my instructor. For some reason, I seem to have caught Claude off guard. He stares at me for a few moments. What? I want to learn how to use the sword, and I want you to be my instructor. Claude's expression becomes uncharacteristically serious. I'd rather you didn't learn how to use the sword. Why? Wouldn't it make sense for me to, because I keep getting kidnapped? I do not want you to have to keep protecting me. Exactly. I don't mind protecting you. I do. Claude sighs and shakes his head. Princesses shouldn't be using swords. What? Why not? I want to be able to stand on my own 2 feet. You are. I do not want you to get hurt again when I could do something about it. Teach me, please. Claude. Once again, he flushes. It seems to be an instant reaction, and it is both amusing and endearing. It won't be easy. I wasn't expecting it to be. Claude stares at me for a long time before finally letting out a heavy sigh. Fine, I'll train you. You won't learn in a day, but I can teach you the essentials. You can use one of the knight's training swords. Thank you. Oh, look, she smiled. That made her smile. Oh, wow. Music to my ears. Meet me in the clearing in 10 minutes. 10 minutes? What? You said you wanted to train, so we will. Don't expect me to go easy on you. But aren't you tired? He looked exhausted when he came in, and now he wants to train? Already trying to get out of training? I am not. Claude shakes his head, but he is smiling. I'll see you there in a few minutes, love. Moonlight spills through the leaves, illuminating the forest with gentle light. Long minutes pass as I stand in the clearing. I begin to feel restless. It isn't like Claude to be late. Is he tending to his injury? I hear a rustling in the leaves and turn immediately to see what the disturbance is, but the minute I do, I am pulled back by a strong force and my world goes dark. What? What? Before I can scream, I hear a gentle voice in my ears. Lesson 1, Samantha. When apprehended by an enemy that you can't see, remain calm and use your 5 senses to judge how best to get the upper hand. This voice is coming from right behind me. Whoa! Whoa! Claude. Are you guys seeing this CG? Oh, man. Okay, this is certainly a CG. Claude, I become aware that this is the closest he's ever been to me, with my back pressed to his chest like this. Panicking disorients the mind. That is why you must remain cool under any circumstance. Okay, then. How could I not panic? Any normal person would panic. Blooming panic. Still, I try to force myself to be calm. Listen to, enemies will often let down their guards when they think they have the upper hand. Catch your opponent off guard by remaining calm and locating this weakness with your senses. I try to calm myself as Claude instructs, and I feel it is a bit easier, but only because I know it is Claude. An opening. I move as quickly as I can, stepping forward so that I can swing an elbow back at Claude's stomach. Before that happens, Claude has pulled me back to him, closing whatever distance I had put between us. In the process, he moves his hand from my eyes to my mouth. Okay. I was scared for a moment there. I thought there was going to be another CG. I can once again see the forest, but my words are muffled beneath his hand. Another thing to remember, you won't always be able to catch your enemy off guard by throwing punches or hits at them. Your opponent will usually always be stronger than you, Samantha. Remember what I said about a weakness. Enemies will often let their guards down when they believe they are winning. Just like I have. An opening? A thought occurs to me as I glance around me and then down at Karma's bandaged hand. Oh, I feel like I'm gonna hurt him, though. Karma's bandaged hand is over my mouth. Is this an opportunity or a trick? Oh my god, I feel like I'm gonna hurt him. What will you do, princess? What kind of tactic would remove you from my grasp? Okay. I gotta go with the hand. I don't wanna hurt him, though, but I gotta go with the hand. I'm going to feel terrible about this, but I have to try. Yeah, okay, I already feel bad about it. I try to shift my head to get enough space to bite down, and even Claude cannot hold me completely still as I squirm. Eventually, the hand over my mouth moves just enough for me to open my mouth, but I falter. I cannot bite the hand that I injured. Unable to do anything else, I mutely shake my head, and I hear Claude groan. In one swift motion, he pushes me down to the ground, pinning my hands by my head as he... hands by my head? Are we gonna get a CG of that? As he frowns at me. You're not even going to try and find an opening? I glare at him. I'm not going to bite your hand. Bite my hand? I didn't even think of that. Ooh! He didn't think of it? I'm smarter than him? But you made it obvious. You put your hand over my mouth. I meant for you to try moving my hand. Pushing back a person's thumb usually causes their grip to loosen. How was I supposed to know that? Yeah. Experience is the best means of practice, as they say. I have a complaint about that particular lesson, but I withhold it. So moving their thumb causes their grip to loosen? Okay. That was a pretty good attempt, love, but not good enough, I'm afraid. I wasn't expecting you to come at me like that. I was expecting sword practice. You weren't expecting a man to kidnap you in the alleyway, were you? Yeah, he's got a point. I glare up at him, unable to say anything because he is right. You're oddly quiet. It is hard to find an opening to hurt you when you are not really my enemy. Yeah, exactly. Like, I don't want to hurt him. He does not move, but continues to stare at me. His face is close to mine. Close enough to what exactly? Samantha, do you trust me to protect you? That's not the point. I need to be able to protect myself. Because you're planning on investigating the witches on your own? No, I want to be able to protect myself because I do not want you getting hurt protecting me. Ooh. Oh, are you guys seeing that? That is something that she never would have said to anyone a few chapters ago. Claude leans down and I can feel his hair at my cheek. For a few moments, everything slows to a stop and all I can hear is my heartbeat and his slow breathing. Once you set your mind to something, you don't let go, do you? Claude pulls away from me before I can respond, and he's standing again, offering me a hand. Let's get started with some sword work, then. The pleasant smile is back on his face. I can never tell what he's thinking at times like these. Yeah, the baby steps are paying off. What are you really like, Claude? Chapter 7, Thorny Rose. Okay, we're gonna do this chapter. When I returned to the march-in later that night, my hands are scratched and I think I might have bruises on my... My mother was covered in bruises! You should probably go to bed, TBH. No. No. Because it hasn't even been 4 hours yet. The last stream was like 4 hours long, right? So... I can do this one at least, okay? I can do chapter 6 at least. I'm at least gonna finish chapter 6, okay? Yeah, I know I do, Delaney, but I don't work until 1. I don't work until 1, so... Claude was not joking when he said he would not go easy on me. But he did compliment me more than once. Compliment me! Samantha, I've hit you quite a few times and you haven't uttered a single complaint. Impressive. It's chapter 7. Oh, yeah, sorry. That's what I meant. Chapter 7. Okay, well, I'm gonna do chapter 7. I'm gonna finish chapter 7 and then... No, I'm gonna finish this one chapter, okay? I'm just finishing this one chapter, I promise. I'm just doing this one chapter. It hasn't even been 4 hours yet, okay? No, like trust me, I'm just doing this one chapter, okay? And then I can save the other 3 for another stream. Crying is for the weak. Though everyone should be sleeping, I noticed that the light is still on the tavern. I see Jurian and Garland up and at a table, speaking with each other and laughing. If Claude had come back with me, he would be happy to see this. You two are still up? They're not even surprised when they turn to face me. Good days like this are even better when stretched. I haven't been off duty in a long time. Did you both have a good time tonight? It was great. Garland knows these little places in town that I've never even heard of before. I noticed that Jurian is more energetic than usual, her smile a little wider than normal. I wonder if she's drunk. I'm going to get another drink. Another drink? Garland leans in toward me, his voice hushed. We already bought a replacement bottle when we were out today. We would never take anything from the margin without money. Right, is Jurian drunk? Oh no, Princess, tipsy. It's like a buzz, fades a lot quicker. Oh. Garland and I watch Jurian as she refills her glass at the bar. I have to thank you, Princess. I would never have asked her out if you and Karma hadn't insisted on it. So you told her? Garland looks at me with a pleased smile. I'll take that as a yes. She didn't really realize until much later. I just asked her out for food and she thought that's all it was. Maybe Jurian really did need to be told bluntly. What happened? I told her, and? We talked and remembered old times. He sounds like an old man. And I held her hand. I noticed Garland flinch ever so slightly, but he is smiling. He looks pleased with himself. And the night's not over yet, so he trails off with a hopeful smile before he raises his eyebrows at me. What about you and Karma? What about us? I've asked him to train me. Train? Princess, you've asked him to teach you how to use a sword? What's this? Our princess is going to pick up a sword? Jurian returns to the table, but I am too tired to properly join in the conversation. I should leave them to their conversation and head to bed. I need to get some rest if I want to start practicing at night. I excuse myself to head upstairs. I am startled awake by an excruciatingly bright light. It is momentary, and when it is over, I am sitting in my bed, dazed and confused. My eyes burn. My hand flies to the pendant around my neck, where I see the second glass slipper with another piece. What?! Is it because... Is it because I helped Jurian and Garland get together? Is that it? What did I do? I'm confused. What did I do? What was the good deed? There's another piece. But when did I do another good deed? Yeah, that's what I'm wondering. I grasp the necklace tightly in my hand as I make my way to the tavern. Probably what you said? So I did? Yeah. That is it? Okay, whatever. Everyone is doing their pre-morning chores when I get to the tavern area. I notice Karma glaring off into space, and then not far from him the two knights. They haven't been up all night, have they? I make my way slowly over to them. Even back then you were like some kind of shadow, weren't you? You don't have to hide it. It was obvious you were tailing me back then. It was only because I was worried about you. I realized you really didn't have to follow me, Lan, but I'm glad you did. Lan? Jurian? Oh, shush. Fritz used to call you that, too. Lan is Garland's childhood nickname. He still gets embarrassed when I call him that. I see. So what are you two talking about? Oh, we were just reminiscing. I look at the two of them critically for a few moments, waiting for them to say something. They both exchange a glance before looking at me confused. Well? Well, what? How did your date go last night? Garland makes a sound and turns beet red. Jurian's eyebrows quirk and then she laughs. Oh, it went well. So well, in fact, that you can see the two of us are still very much enjoying each other's company. Jurian is usually busy taking her rounds around the margin with a scowl on her face. She looks happier being here with Garland, more relaxed. You might even say that we're dating. Okay, so it went really well. So that must have been my good deed. So my first good deed was helping Karma away from the girls. Second one was helping Jurian and Garland. These are really easy deeds. These are really, really simple things. A normal person would have been able to get these 3 good deeds done in like a day. Isn't it funny how red he gets, Princess? You were blushing just as much yesterday when I... One more word, Lan, and I swear I'll punch you. The two of them are both blushing now, and the scene is oddly comical. Who knew that the 2 great knights of the Order of Caldria would be so easily undone? Both of you are amusing to watch. The two of them stare at me, suddenly solemn-faced. I suddenly remembered that one conversation the knights all had at the castle. They were talking about how they all had personal reasons for being knights, despite the fact that they all served the king. I had always thought Jurian and Garland were stoic and honorable, that their only reason for becoming knights was a sense of justice. Seeing them here, though, without that stoic facade, they feel more like people. My curiosity is piqued. Do you mind if I ask what your reasons were for becoming knights? Oh, my father was a knight. He put his life on the line for this kingdom. Jurian's father was a living legend in his own right, and he had the medals to back it up. My father wasn't around a lot, but I always admired him. Judging by the look on Jurian's face, it's clear to me that she really loved her father. My mother died when I was young, and because my father couldn't be around all the time to take care of me, I ended up practically living with Lan and his family. Lan always got annoyed when I called him my brother. What is it with this game? What is it with this game? And the brother stuff and the child stuff. Can you stop it, game? Can you stop? Now I know why. Jurian wanted to follow in her father's footsteps. Then why did you join the Knights, Garland? Because he wanted to watch over me. I never knew you blushed so easily, Garland. Garland seems to blush even harder at that, and Jurian's laughter becomes infectious. I feel amusement begin to bubble up as I watch the two of them. No wonder he didn't want to confess to her, because apparently she saw him as a brother. If I knew that, then okay. I feel amusement begin to bubble up as I watch the two of them, but a cold voice cuts through the laughter and the atmosphere like a hot blade through ice. Could you keep it down over there? I turn and see that Claude's eyes, normally so warm, are cold. His usual smile is gone, replaced with a deep scowl. Oh, we're sorry. He's still glaring at the two of them. Oh, I can tell him about the necklace. Oh, she's smiling. She's smiling. Karma, I got another piece to my necklace. Another good deed. Claude turns his gaze to me, but the frown doesn't disappear. That's nice, darling. What's he so upset about? His voice is calm, but flat and lacks any enthusiasm. That felt lackluster, and oddly disappointing. A good deed? Congratulations, princess. You're close to breaking your curse. Yeah, just one more. What did you get the good deed for? I'm not sure, actually. Maybe it was for helping Lan confess. Yeah, I hear you and Karma went out of your way to help make it happen. That happened yesterday, though. Maybe the magic was waiting to see what became of Garland and I. Yeah, I think so. Claude makes a dismissive hand gesture from his table, frowning. If you two insist on being so affectionate, you should get a room. Affectionate? Jurian's smile has faded away into a dangerous scowl. Where Garland looks confused, Jurian looks notably irritated. Okay, the game is implying that the good deed was not getting Jurian and Garland together. And also, Claude is really upset right now. Are these two things related? What's going on here? The shadow is still there on his face. Claude does not look okay at all. Okay, obviously we gotta come for him, but we gotta save too. Something must really be bothering him. I should be patient with him, just like he is with me. Before I can even think about what I'm doing, I reach out to grab his hand. Oh, he just slapped my hand away. Okay, what is going on here? What is happening here? You shouldn't just reach out to touch a person without giving them some warning. What is going on here? But he does that all the time with me. Yeah, exactly. This is weird. I pull my hand back, and at the same moment, Claude's expression falls. He looks at me with an almost pained expression on his face. No, wait, I shouldn't have said that. I'm sorry. Silence descends for a few moments before Claude abruptly stands up from his table. Excuse me, what's going on here? Claude turns briskly and heads upstairs, leaving me with the two knights. I wonder what's wrong with him. Yeah, what is happening right now? You think we've been running him too thin because of practice? I do not think it's you two. I get the feeling that Claude holds himself back from saying what he means sometimes. Sometimes he acts strange, distant. And recently, he's getting more and more moody. Princess? You know, but you're not telling, haha. Oh, I want to know so bad. I look over at Anise, who is smiling apologetically. Sorry to interrupt, but Mr. Broom is getting kind of restless. Oh, Mr. Broom. Time to sweep, I suppose. Well, maybe cleaning will help get my mind off of things. The rest of the day goes by slowly. I'm stuck cleaning most of the day, then serving later. Wouldn't it be fun to do a cosplay of the girl from this game? And you could have like you could carry around a broom with you and put a bow on it so that it's Mr. Broom. At one point, I speak with Delora about the knights that had attempted to kidnap me, and she tells me that she and Parfait are meeting later to discuss their suspicions. I still do not understand what their suspicions are when Sir Alcaster cannot possibly know who I am. My hands are sore by the end of the night, but I still feel like I can practice with a sword. I notice that both Jurian and Garland look restless too. Garland eventually leaves for patrol while Jurian remains at a table looking deep in thought. I do not want to bother her, so I decide to try and find Claude. I go to his room but find the door is locked. Karma? Are we training tonight? No answer. My heart sinks. Is he not speaking to me? Did I do something wrong? For days, Claude stayed in his room, only leaving when he had to be on patrol. A few times I saw Parfait go into his room, but she refuses to talk about what is bothering him. What is going on? What is happening? What is this? What? What is happening? I'm gonna look at the things that he said before, because, like, what is going on? This is weird. What? What is happening? What is going on? Okay, here's my guess right now. This is my guess. The good deed that I did was breaking Claude's curse. So I broke Claude's curse, and now he's upset because he didn't want it to be broken. I don't know. That's a stupid guess. That's probably not it, but that's my guess. I feel so useless, bro. I don't know. I'm so lost. I'm so lost. I have no clue. I don't know what it is. I don't know what's going on. I really don't know. But I wanted to come up with something. Yeah, clones. Okay, all right, listen. I just wanted to come up with some guess, okay? I wanted to say something. But no, I have no idea. I don't know. Clones. Either they're brothers or either they're brothers or they're the same person. When Claude did appear in the tavern or out in the town, he still had that terrible grimace on his face. Look, I really don't want to talk right now. If you're so frustrated with me, why not just ignore me? Okay, I don't know what's going on. I don't know what's going on. I have no clue what's happening here. Like, I don't know, man. I really don't know. I really don't know. No, I'm not going to the train tonight. I'm not in the right state of mind. I don't want to talk about it. Just leave me alone. I have no clue, man. I'm so lost. I don't know what's going on. Please. I'm really beginning to worry about him. Yeah, what is happening? What is happening right now? Today I'm in town running errands with Walt for parfait. It has been almost a week since Claude started acting so strangely, so I thought I needed to do something for him. I know he likes dresses, and he told me once that he likes roses, but can I really find something that will cheer him up? Sorry, it's just... I still don't believe it's a curse thing. Perhaps he would like some jewelry. I still don't believe it's a curse thing. Walt, do you remember where that jewelry store Karma likes is? I don't go there very often, so unfortunately, no. Princess, is this a good deed? I was thinking that. What you're doing right now, do you think it would be a good deed? Good deeds need to be selfless, right? Well, it is selfless of you to want to cheer him up. Generally, yes. I doubt this will count as selfless. I'm doing this to cheer Karma up. That is selfless! That sounds pretty selfless. But it's also so that he goes back to teaching me how to fight instead of sulking in his room. I've heard that Karma has been teaching you how to use a sword. Why do you want to learn how to fight? Because I want to be able to protect myself when it's not like I can use magic. At least sword fighting gives me an advantage. I'm sorry, Princess. I wish I could teach you magic, but it doesn't work when you're under a curse. Okay, so you can't use... Witches cannot use magic while they themselves are under curses. So I have to break my curse before I can use my awesome mommy magic. Wait, what? But on your 18th birthday, when you become the Tenenbaum bearer, you'll be able to use magic. I'll instruct you if you want me to. But if I'm still under a curse, then I won't be able to use it, right? That would be nice. Though that does not solve my current problem. What would cheer Claude up? Walt starts chuckling beside me, and I turn to look at him confused. Karma is important to you, isn't he? He's my partner, and he's helped me. He has also been patient with me, and smiled even when I've said some really inconsiderate things to him. I'm glad, Princess, that he's your friend. My friend. Claude does not feel like a friend. He feels like something else. Oh, Princess, is this the one you were searching for? Walt points to a peddler sporting different kinds of jewelry, and I instantly make my way towards it. There are all kinds of glittering things displayed, and for a few moments I feel myself drawn to everything. Then I notice the price tags. Yeah, I was just thinking, there's no way you have enough money for jewelry. I barely have any money left from when the king gave me that pouch. I cannot afford any of this. Maybe we should do our errands first, and then look for a gift. Maybe we'll find something as we look through the stores. But if I don't get Claude's gift today, I may not be able to give it to him tonight. Princess? Let's get the gift. Let's get the gift. Always prioritize Karma. I know the errands are important, but I really need to find Claude a gift. Is it so wrong to put him first? I should be able to find him something soon. Do you have something else in mind for him? No, but it shouldn't take too long to find him something. I'll follow your lead then, Princess. The two of us walk around town for at least an hour searching for gifts, but nothing stands out to me. I slowly feel myself becoming frustrated, knowing that I've wasted so much time. I don't think Karma wants to be prioritized. Too bad! I'm prioritizing him. And we haven't even done the errands yet. Maybe Waltz was right. We should have done the errands first. I've wasted a lot of time, haven't I? We're fine, Princess. It will just take us a little longer to get back to the margin. We spend a few hours gathering the supplies needed for the tavern, and only then do we start looking again for Claude's gift. Princess, I can hold more of those bags for you. It's fine. I'm used to carrying lots of bags. Does Karma make you carry them around? Princess, you should really tell him off. He does a lot of other things for me, but next time I think I will. So long as he gets out of his room sometime soon. I really hope he does. Hey, Princess. But now the problem is finding something that he'll like. What does Claude like? Princess! There's no reason for you to shout. Walt shakes his head at me, but he's smiling. Let me offer you a deal. A deal? If you help me set up one of my puppet shows, I'll pay you. You earn money from your puppet shows? I get tipped, so what do you say? I won't go easy on you, though. Yes, I'll help you. Why do you seem so surprised? I was just thinking that everyone's right. You've really changed, Princess. Yeah, like, Normally she'd complain about that. Maybe having Karma as a partner really was a good idea. Being partners with Claude may have changed me for the better, but I doubt I have done the same for him. I'm sure Karma would be very happy that you were buying him a gift. Receiving gifts from admirers isn't the same thing as you getting him something. He receives gifts from admirers? For a few moments, I think about the women who chased us in town a few weeks ago, and I feel a little unpleasant stab in my heart. Small things. A man will treat him to a dessert every so often. I saw a lot of it when we did errands together. I always make Karma accept those gifts without killing the man. Killing the man? It's dramatic, but sounds like Karma. Okay, but he said it didn't... So... does the curse work on men? Does it work on men? Because it sounds like it does. Or maybe he's just a very beautiful woman, even without the curse. He's pretty as a woman. I still don't think that the dressing as a woman thing is just a curse thing. Killing the man, it's dramatic, but sounds like Karma. He punched Rumple when he asked him to marry him, joke or not. Karma wears his disguise to be convincing, but then gets angry when people fall for it. He's still very much a child. You know how he is. He doesn't like being flirted with. Well, do you know anything else about Karma's curse? His curse? He never really talks about it. Claude may be even more stubborn than me if he is not letting anyone help him with his curse. Walt and I continue our search for a gift. Walt tells me that I can look for something a bit more expensive and that he'll just put me to work on another day by helping him with his puppets. I return to the jewelry peddler we found earlier. Hello, madam, sir. What can I help you with today? Do you have any sort of rose-shaped jewelry here? Aw, that's a cute idea. The man refers me to a box full of many different rose-shaped earrings. Ooh. He then shows me necklaces, and I realize belatedly that it is as if I am searching for something for Miss Karma, not Claude. Well, yeah, but is that a bad thing? Because he likes his jewelry, right? My eyes scan the glass, nearly in defeat, before a little rose catches my attention in the back of the display window. It has a chain connected to it, but it doesn't seem long enough to be a necklace. What's that one? That's our simple rose pendant, madam. It comes with a chain, but it can also be pinned on the chest. Oh, I see. The man takes it out of the display case so I can look at it. So you could wear it as a necklace or as like a pendant on your chest. This is fancy but not completely flashy. I feel a little click as I press my fingers to the pendant and I realize that I can also open. Oh, this is gonna be relevant. This is gonna come up later. Like he's gonna put a picture of her in it or something like that. Oh yes, you can also put something small inside of it. That's gonna be relevant. That's definitely gonna be relevant. This is perfect. I look at the price tag, and after making sure that it is not too expensive, I pay the shopkeeper. Walt pays him the additional fee, and then we walk back toward the merchant together. Sorry, I was like, the additional fee, but then I remembered that he's paying for part of it because of the puppet show thing. When we return to the merchant, I go to my room to tuck the locket in a drawer before I head to the tavern to finish the rest of my chores. Just as I expected, Claude is not downstairs today either. Jurian and Garland have taken to training with each other, although they seem agitated that Claude is not helping them. At the end of the day, I hurried in my room, where I write a few words on a piece of paper that I put into the locket. Okay, what is she gonna write? A normal rose would have withered, so I offer this one instead, and a heartfelt thanks. That's cute. That's cute. I hold the locket tightly in my hand and start toward Claude's room. I gently open the door. Why is my heart beating so fast? I'm just giving him a gift. I pause at Claude's door, remembering the last time I entered his room. I'm sure it's okay if I just go in. Just knock this time! I open up the door to Claude's room, which is thankfully not locked, and step inside. Claude is sitting motionless in front of his mirror, shoulders slumped as he stares at his reflection. Aww. Bestie, he's shirtless, and there's that tattoo. It seems different. So, yeah, okay. I was thinking the tattoo had something to do with the curse, and the tattoo changes. So, did he break the curse and the tattoo is changed because of the curse? Did I break his curse? Oh, maybe it's the opposite. It's probably the opposite. Like, the rose looks withered now. The rose is, like, black and withering away. That means that he's never going to be able to break the curse. Like, the time ran out. But then that still doesn't answer the question of what was the good deed that I did. Was it the... Because I don't think it was the 2 nights. Slowly, I closed the door behind me. It clicks, and that is when he suddenly turns to look at me. At first, there is just shock on his face, then suddenly anger. Again, why do you do this again, Samantha? I find it a little suspicious that they're not showing him. Oh, wait, no, it's just because he's shirtless and they don't have a shirtless Sprite. I came to speak with you, I came to give you something. I'm going to say I came to give you something, but I'm going to say it first because every single choice scares me. I tightly grip the locket in my hands as I stare at him. And this was so important, so very essential, that you once again missed knocking on my door for a simple delivery. Okay, don't blame me, Claude. I told her to knock, and she didn't listen to me, alright? Like, I told her, like, you know what happened last time? Can you knock again? But... His voice slices through my heart. I wanted it to be a surprise. I'm not in the mood for surprises, princess. Oh! In no time at all, Claude is suddenly right in front of me, his hands outstretched on either side of me, pinning me to the wall against the door. You guys are reading this? His face is so close, his expression so fierce, that I cannot even bring myself to think of a way out. The only thing I can do is stare at him levelly. So, what is different about the rose? Is it that it has thorns this time? Because I don't think it had thorns last time. So what does it mean if it has thorns? Do you think he's going bad boy mode? Do you think... Fine, I'll go to bed after this chapter, but I want to say my prediction, okay? So I was like, oh, okay, the beauty thing, that's too stupid of a curse, but what if it's Beauty and the Beast? Like, he's really beautiful, but also the other side of his curse is that he goes, like, sicko mode. He has, like, a beast version of himself, and he's going beast mode right now. I don't know, man. I don't know what's happening. I don't know what's happening right now. Without getting angry, without crying, I will not show any weakness. Why? Why aren't you struggling or screaming at me? That's what the Samantha that I know would do. Then you do not know me as much as you think you do. And you know nothing about me. I already have a retort prepared when I stop, realizing that he is right. I barely know anything about him. No, I don't, but I'd like to. Exactly. Why do you insist on poking your nose into others' business? We're partners. That's the only reason. It has to be. I'm supposed to help you, so why do you keep secrets from me? Help me? His lips quirk, but his smile is sardonic. Claude, I want to help you. In the silence that descends between us, I find that I cannot help but look at Claude's tattoo, at the thorns twirling around the rose. It's beautiful, but it also seems so lethal. When I glance at Claude again, he looks crestfallen, his eyes glittering like he might be on the verge of tears. Secrets are secrets for a reason, princess. You should know this. You're right, Johnny. If I could speak about them, I would, but I can't. And you bursting into my room without any notice only makes it harder. Harder for what? I want him to tell me his secrets so bad. I want to know what's going on with him so bad. Princess, you can't imagine what this all feels like. Yeah, I can't imagine what it feels like because you won't tell me what it is. What is he talking about? And that woman, I thought we were meant to be. She was so lovely, her smile as bright as the sun. I still don't get it. Like, is he cursed to never experience true love? I don't know. I don't understand. I don't know what's going on. Claude's eyes are far away. That's why. Never again. But then you ruined everything, Samantha. You cut me down, like... I pushed my hands against Claude's chest, catching him off guard and forcing him to stumble back. I cannot take any of this. If I've ruined everything, then I'll just leave. You can have all the time in the world to yourself then. The locket I'd bought for him burns in my hand, and I end up throwing it at his feet. Samantha, wait! I ignore him as I run from the room. When I return to my room and lock my door, I feel too hollow inside for tears. It hurts to breathe when I think of Claude. I eventually manage to fall asleep, but only have snatches of restless dreams when my eyes finally close. Okay, more flashbacks. Mother, are you and Father in true love?
Mother, are you and Father in true love, like the fairy tales?
I thought I forbid you to speak of fairy tales. Have you been reading them?
No, Mother, I overheard someone in the palace talking about them today.
Then I shall have to find that person and make sure they know what an appropriate topic of conversation in the palace is.
But Mother, the true love in fairy tales sounds so nice. Do you think I can fall in true love with a prince?
Dearest one, true love like that does not exist.
But
the love between a mother and her child is the truest kind. It cannot be replicated by anything else. All other kinds of love is an illusion. My love is all you will ever need. Do you understand me, my heart?
Yes, Mother.
Chapter 8, The Lost Prince. Oh. Delaney told me to go to bed. Delaney told me to go to bed. It has been almost 4 hours. It's almost 4 hours, and the last stream was 4 hours. So, you know what? Let's make it as long as the last one. Okay, we're gonna end here. And I definitely want to continue this very soon because I'm really curious what is going on with Claude. I have a lot of unanswered questions, and I'm excited to have those answered. So I am gonna go Betty bye. Probably next stream will be sometime next week. Maybe, yeah, I don't know. Probably sometime next week because I'm gonna be pretty busy for the rest of this week with work and stuff. So I am gonna close out of the game. And yeah, I will see you guys again very soon because I definitely want to continue this. And I will splint you later.